we're live now, by the way. So
Oh, we are? Oh, well, just in time for me to actually pull up the video itself and then be blasted by big wall of text.
yeah, um, yeah. I sent you the comment. Uh, but also hello Milk Toast, hello Eric and Lord Pent and Blueberries and Thomas Volpez. It is cat time. Hi. We're playing Souls, comma Demons.
Yeah. We. I'm not playing it. I wish I were. Do you know how long it's been since I've played a good video game?
um, how long?
It's been years. I I've been sitting around having the I don't know, maybe someone in chat has this sort of feeling too, almost like a you have a bunch of games in the backlog
Oh
and you're
yeah,
like, oh, what do I play now? And you sort of cycle between playing the first hour or so of like five different games, and you're like, everything is bad.
yeah,
I'm not clicking with anything, so I'm just gonna sit down and watch WrestleMania 40 highlights.
yeah. I mean, I've been playing Final Fantasy 12, and that's a pretty good game. Uh,
Yeah, but I want to play a new game. I tried starting Radiant Historia, but then my DS died.
wow. Well, there's. Oh my God, you're still alive. Uh, there's there's a new Gales of Nayeli demo out apparently.
Mm.
I should probably stream that at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to. I just don't play video games.
Yeah,
It's all I do. But then they're so long, and there's so many.
yeah,
And I'm gonna play Gales of Nyali, of course, but also that's a stream game probably.
yeah. Like,
Remember, we got the shield for these dudes.
yeah. I
But
I was like, oh shoot, right.
remembered it.
I my uh
You remembered it mid ignition.
yeah. Should we take this to mean early FF games are bad? Um, no, because Bopper did those videos on early Final Fantasy. Like, that was like years ago. It was like back in the
Yeah,
1700s that Bopper got the footage for
I
those.
wrote all of that shit so long ago now. I'm like reading the script as I'm recording the audio for like Final Fantasies 9 and 10, and I'm like, damn, did I actually play these games? 'Cause I don't remember any of this shit.
Imagine being Final Fantasy 9, a game that powerfully good, but also doomed to exist in between Final Fantasy 8 and 10.
It
That's
really
rough.
sucks.
Like,
It's one of the few Final Fantasy games whose Wikipedia page does not feature the phrase "is one of the greatest games ever made," or is considered one of the greatest games ever made.
yeah.
That phrase appears on 1, 4, 6, 7, and 10, but not on 9, when it
Also,
should appear.
Snall, what do you call dinosaur twins? I'm sorry, I'm doing this to all of us.
Could
Whenever,
dinosaurs have twins?
um, I'm sure woke dinosaurs could have twins.
Like,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Can the biologists in chat who do things with their lives other than watch WrestleMania tell me if like lizards that have eggs and stuff can have like twins in an egg?
I think so.
Is
Of
that legal?
pterodactyls? Hmm.
Mm.
I don't think that one. I don't think that one's good. I don't think that one's good, Snall.
My problem is that pterodactyls were not dinosaurs. You see? Well, actually,
Well, actually, yeah.
let me tell you about your joke.
I
You
will say.
scientifically illiterate memester.
I will say, like, okay, I have a personal revelation now that I've been replaying Final Fantasy 12 for the PlayStation 4. Um, uh, a lot of people want to talk about mechanics in Final Fantasy, but like through pretty specific terms, right? People want to talk about um, like the mechanics of like Final Fantasy 3 and 5, right? Like the big talking point there is like, oh, you know, oh my god, I like can't swing my sword on this bridge. This game is busted.
It's great.
This game is for fucking. This game is dumb.
I mean, you're lucky this isn't Dark Souls 3, or your sword slashes would have cut the ropes. You just dropped.
Yeah. Anyway, people want to talk about mechanics in those kinds of terms, right? Like, Final Fantasy V is notable mechanically because it is like the one time that the series has just sort of like straight up just tried to improve on
Goodbye.
5. Like, straight up tried to just improve on itself, right? But like, what am I doing? But like, what I've noticed in playing through Final Fantasy 12 is that like FF12 kind of sits at a weird intersection where it's sort of a perfect midpoint between 10 and 13. Like, just on like progression and leveling alone. Because like Final Fantasy 12 has levels, right? You gain experience, you level up. But like, has there ever been a Final Fantasy that has had a more arbitrary relationship with like having levels than in Final Fantasy 12?
I guess it depends on what you mean by arbitrary.
It just doesn't feel like levels are really meaningful in FF12.
I mean, they're not in 8 either, but they like in 8
I guess
they're
8,
more.
that's unfair. Yeah.
They're not literally meaningless in 8 because the difference is that like 12 does at least have like a you level up, and now everything is going to be at least infinitesimally easier instead of 8, where it's okay now everything got just a tad harder.
That is true.
And if you because 8 is a fucked up sick game in that regard.
Yeah, no, 8. Actually, no, I'm going to go the other way around. I think that 8's levels are way more meaningful to it than 12. Because 8's levels make the game harder. Like, the more levels you gain, the harder the game becomes. You know? And I don't think that that's, like, a progression that, oh, fucking right. Sorry, I just had to focus for a moment.
Yeah. These guys, I hate them.
Now, it's just kind of like not as much the case in 12. Like, it's in a weird place because like FF12's early game is so strict on like what it gives you early on. So it sort of plays like a weird trick where like, yes, levels are really important in FF12, but they're like the first 30 levels or so are important in FF12. And that's basically only because it's the only way that you're going to get meaningfully strong enough to like deal with early game challenges before the game opens up enough for you to like just get better things, you know?
I feel like I beat the game with the characters at like level 30 something.
I mean, quite possibly.
Because I just kind of bulldozed that game.
Yeah. Hi. Please buy
I'll open up
more.
my save file. This shit was probably like level 50, but...
Doesn't matter. This lady doesn't like me. She's not happy. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it's interesting simply because like it's a fun thing to look at because 10 and 13 don't have levels at all. Oh, I'm out of MP. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, Playgrats.
Yeah, it's fine. No, they're just gonna come up single file. See? Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Look at them. That's so nice.
I'm playing a first-person shooter game. Yeah, good for them.
Love Shadow Tower Abyss.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh. Come on. That's a load of crap.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm... These things are... This is rapidly getting away from me.
Level 5-1 is just something special.
Oh, right. I'm also out of. Okay, 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 okay. Plague, 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 plague.
I don't know if you'll have anything for Plague.
Yep, I got it.
Oh, yes.
I just gotta
Plague is
fucking hurry,
horrible.
because plague's just drinking me dry. Uh, Rat Piddly, thank you, Eric. Um, anyway, sorry for having just like a bunch of weird out of pocket thoughts about Final Fantasy 12. I find it a very interesting game to think about. Um,
Yeah. Since the
most
last time we played, I did beat Rebirth.
Yeah. What were your thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Best game of all time, or just best JRPG of all time?
First game of all time.
First game of all time. That's a Tim Rogers ass kind of line.
Oh, ooh, I'm seeing all these guys. I'm playing.
Fuck.
I'm playing Wolfenstein with these dudes because I have not a single gaming ability in my body.
This is not doing me any favors
Oh, this
right
is
now.
this is fine as long as we don't have big dude.
Yeah, big dude still seems to be. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's such a fun attack. I love that attack.
Oof. Uh, a remake being the first game of all time. Yeah, a sequel to. Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's a sequel to a remake. Actually, I was told by a lot of really helpful comments that it's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is actually just a sequel. Oh,
Well,
he moves. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
okay, great. We're out of floor. We're running low on floor here.
Oh, that's Demon Souls for you, right?
Valley of Defilement. Let's go.
Oof. Okay.
I would say
No.
no. He broke through your shield.
Ah,
'Cause
that's
he got
that's
he has a big
brutal.
club. He has a big
That's
club.
brutal. Okay, so he
Um,
moves. He moves. You
he
know,
moves. He moves now.
he moves now.
There's something about these guys. I okay. So the Valley of Defilement,
Mhm.
which is what this level is called. This is definitely the first in a long line of great area named by From Software. Um, this is the perfect name, Valley of Defilement, but
Yeah.
it sure feels shitty. I can't wait for you to get to 5-2, honestly.
What's in 5-2?
Oh,
Less
why
floor. I'm
why
assuming.
ask me when you already know who Hidetaka Miyazaki is?
Oh, it's a poison swamp. Oh shit! It's gonna be a poison swamp, isn't it?
Oh, they've had poison swamps going back to like Kingsfield and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I I love the interview with him where he just says like people complain about the poison swamps and they say they're bad and he's like I just think they're neat.
Yeah.
They're fun.
There was an interview recently about the Elden Ring DLC, and they're like, "Hey, Hidetaka Miyazaki, are we gonna expect a poison swamp in this one?" And he was just like, and he was just like, I've been thinking about it for a while. Like, it took a lot of consideration on my end, and I did decide, yes, we are gonna put a poison swamp in there because I find them an expression of love, and I hope that people recognize that when they encounter this one.
The thing about it is like everyone hates them, but I think if they released a Souls game or a Souls like or anything like that without the poison swamp, I think everyone would sort of feel sad
Cheated.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody would miss it, right? It's
Oh
one of those
yeah.
things that it's just part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly, Lord Penn. Poison Swamp.
Buddy got that Zion Williamson type build and speed, says Milk Toast. I assume referring to the big guy. If that were the case, Milk Toast, though, we would have already stopped this big guy long ago. That big guy would be sitting at home right now eating some Cheetos hot fries, not at all engaged in the Valley of Defilement.
Okay, is everyone just gonna like break my shield today? What is this? Ow.
Although I do also like the implication that New Orleans is also the Valley of Defilement. Because it is the poison swamp of the U.S.
Yeah, it is. You know, good and good for us, honestly.
Yeah.
Have some real what have we done? Yeah. Nobody would like it if a Souls game or a Souls-like game ended up just being too forgiving, you know? I mean, in a weird way, isn't that kind of like at least one of the complaints that people have about Dark Souls 2 is that it feels too nice to you?
Do people say that? I don't. Does anybody say that any Souls game is too nice? I feel like people play Demon Souls and then they throw that complaint out the window. Nope, all the other games are the right amount of nice.
I love magic.
I do too. Isn't that Florida? I mean, yeah, Florida is actually the poison swamp, but like
But
New Orleans is literally the poison swamp
yeah,
because
New Orleans is
like
literally
their
not a
their
swamp.
graveyards don't work because when they bury people, it turns into Blight Town.
Yeah. Like any proper
Anyway,
Souls game, America has two poison swamps. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't there that meme that was going on when Elden Ring first came out that was just like uh it was like the zone title crawl for Caelid, but they just called it like Ohio.
yeah, those were all over the place. I'm a big fan of Dark Souls toilets,
You're gonna have to
where
you're gonna have to
people
clarify
find
that a little bit more.
people find exotic toilets and put the Dark Souls area names over them. I'll send you one.
Okay,
I'm
please
sure
do.
everybody in chat knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Man, this game is so unrealistic. Like, if that were me personally, I just wouldn't stand around and like let someone shoot fire at me like this. Why don't these guys like think about this video game rationally? Fuck. Fuck. Shit.
Okay. I sent you some Dark Souls toilets whenever you get a chance.
Cool. I'm really happy that that's a sentence that I heard today.
I mean, what it's the idea is like every sentence that's ever been said is a new sentence that no one's ever said before. So, you know, some days the new sentences you roll just so happen to be I sent you some Dark Souls toilets.
Yeah.
If you
You
want
know,
better rolls, go back to Ever Crisis.
don't talk to me about Ever Crisis. I saw.
Although I saw on Twitter because I saw you
Oh yeah, these
respond
are
to it
nice.
what you're about to mention.
Oh yeah. Detroit, Jacksonville, West Virginia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did I get my Torgal mount? I did. I did. Excellent toilets, by the way. I love New Londo ruins. Thank you.
The New Londo Ruins ones is great.
But yeah, no. Some interviewer or something came out with the claim that Glenn Lodbrok, the main character of Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis First Soldier, was originally intended to be a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth character, and was worked into Ever Crisis. So Ever Crisis is supposed to be like his backstory or whatever, which is incredible. Because now we're all left with like the grotesque realization that Glenn Lodbrok was a character that was always intended to have like a grand total of 15 minutes of screen time, And then they're like, we should make an entire game about him.
That's Ever Crisis.
Yeah. For sale, baby shoes never worn versus I sent you some Dark Souls toilets.
Hemingway could have never cooked like this.
Sure.
Oh, what was I thinking of? Thinking of like, okay, so if Ever Crisis is a prequel to Glenn, it's a backstory. Let's say they bring him in. I saw something horrible. There's always discourse all the time about, what order should you play?
I'm gonna die
oh
here.
shit, you're gonna die poison. No.
5-1 sucks, man.
5-1 does suck. It's frustrating because it's one of those where like you can definitely beat it.
Oh yeah.
Like this is 100% beatable at this point in the game.
It just also sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what you would do about this.
Well, I do that, I guess, but
Well, that's where step one. There's always discourse about what order to play games and game series in, and like, someone was like calling people stupid if you had to ask where to start Yakuza because like, bro, just start at Yakuza 0.
But Yakuza 0 wasn't the first Yakuza game released.
Yakuza 0 wasn't the first Yakuza game, and there's Yakuza 1. But whatever. The point is that this spiraled to a point where I saw somebody who unironically was recommending that if you want to get into Final Fantasy VII, start with Crisis Core.
Actually, no, I disagree with that. If they're really going to pull that kind of... If they're going to pull that shit, then no, they need to commit to it harder. What you need to do is you need to start with Before Crisis.
I don't even... What is that?
Before Crisis is the... oh my fucking god, what with my shield again? Before Crisis was a Final Fantasy VII title for the Phonophone that never got released abroad, and the servers for it have shut down. But it is, I think, chronologically speaking, the first... Well, I guess now the first soldier in Ever Crisis is, like, continuity is technically the earliest event that happens in Final Fantasy VII.
That has a game.
That has a game attached to it.
Well, you really got to start with the deep lore novels, right? Covering Genova, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It must exist somewhere.
I mean, I don't think they do, because if they did, my friend Brandon would have, like, read them already and would have told me about them. And I don't feel like I particularly have that kind of trauma right now.
So I do like the idea, though, that since the servers are down, the only way to play Final Fantasy VII is to start with Before Crisis. But you can't. So now you can never play Final Fantasy VII.
Just don't play Final Fantasy VII. You can't get the authentic experience. You shouldn't bother trying.
Oh, guys, I watched Advent Children. It was really cool. Where should I start? Just don't. You already spoiled it.
Yeah, you've already ruined it. If you've watched Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, literally no point in playing Final Fantasy VII.
Then they go and play Final Fantasy VII. Wow, guys, Advent Children sucked ass. On second thought, Final Fantasy should not scare you, Lord Pent. Only Final Fantasy VII should scare you.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, there's a really clear and simple rule for me on, like, where to start playing Final Fantasy VII. And that's just to play Final Fantasy VII and then go, yeah, you did it. Like, you did a good job. Like, that's it.
I recommend one step further. I say play Final Fantasy VII, and then if you're a freak, play Dirge of Cerberus.
Okay, sure. If you want to see freak media, but, like, you don't play Dirge of Cerberus because you need, like, the precious deep lore of Final Fantasy VII. Play Dirge of Cerberus because you want to see a company who's never made a shooting game before make a shooting game.
You want to see Vincent Valentine in the worst third-person shooter you've ever seen?
Yeah, you want that. And I mean that sincerely. You should want that.
No!
I slapped my knee so hard that I pulled the plug on my own headset.
Gonna cause like a knee related aging,
Uh,
just permanent knee
my
pain.
my knees are already like I already have like the knees of like a 70-year-old at this point. It feels like it's the it's the weird.
At this,
Sorry.
the weird.
Oh, it's the
Uh,
weird failing of like being over 6 feet tall and not taking care of my body. It's
it
just your
doesn't
knees
matter.
just don't work.
I have back pain every day.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I don't know
I'm
if
trying to think of what levels there are left in this game, and there are so many left, and I don't feel good about any of them.
yeah, we've hit that part of the FromSoft game where it's
Yeah,
like you kind of have to like hold your nose through something at this point.
Demon Souls has this moment, and that's where we're in the thick of, where like progress is completely stalled
Hmm.
until you can beat like one of the remaining levels. The second you beat one of those remaining levels, everything else is like going to start falling
Yeah, like
fairly
at
quickly
some point in time
because
you have to go to Caelid.
yeah. Well, and it's like the second you clear 4-1 or 5-1 or something or 2-2, especially 2-2, like if you beat one of those,
Oh, I could probably just
everything
beat the
else is going to start
Flamelurker.
falling real
Jesus.
quick just because your level is going to start to get really kind of out of control. Because especially if you did 2-2 and you have Flame Lurker souls to spend, your upgrades are going to get like way better. So like we're just at that point where you're just going to have to hold your nose through 5-1, 4-1, or 2-2. And by 2-2, I just mean Flame Lurker.
Yeah, at this point in time I should just like stop what I'm doing and go to Flamelurker. But I'm gonna I'm gonna give this another go.
At least one more attempt and then Flame Lurker. At least then after
Yeah.
this, you do have the upgrade materials to get that stronger spear so that
It's
Flame
true.
Lurker. I think with the stronger spear, you would beat Flame Lurker.
I mean, I already
I
did
don't know if you
upgrade
do it on
my
first attempt, but you basically already did it.
like my spear is already +7.
Oh yeah, oh that's way higher. That's like twice the rank it was before.
Yeah, like I think I could probably do this.
Over 6 feet tall girls gang, says Speedy Snorlax. Everybody wants to be over 6 feet tall, and then you hit a certain age where you're like, you know what? The only thing this is good for is internet clout.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, I am tall. I'm 6'2".
Imagine being 5'11". You get all the credit for being 6 feet tall without any of the burden.
Yeah, you could just lie at that point in time. What are they gonna do?
Pull out a tape measure.
Yeah.
No, nobody's calling out someone who's actually people who claim to be 6 feet that are 5'11". If somebody's like 5'8" and says they're they're getting like everyone's gonna look out. But 5'11", you're getting like mad good.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the reason why I keep on teasing my mom, because my mom insists that she's 5 foot tall, but I'm pretty sure that she's 4'11".
When I was young, I was like, wow, glad I'm not short. And now I'm like, damn, back pain, and my heart's gonna explode.
Yeah. And like, not only is your heart gonna explode, but like, you know, random people on the internet are gonna say that it's your own fault. Because as we know, being overweight is really just kind of like just sort of like a personal problem. Right?
Well, so I was watching this TikTok influencer, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And
This is a great way to start.
I have seen a million TikToks on this subject, so you don't want to know, Maya.
Do your students show you these TikToks? Like, where are these coming from?
Oh, I have something. I'm gonna write this down in big. bold letters, so that I don't forget to go back and just so everybody knows what sentence I'm writing. Is it gay to give another man a blowjob? I'm writing that down in big letters
Is this for your
because
Final
I don't
Fantasy
want to.
video?
This Nothing in Final Fantasy is gay. Okay, I played the game for Tifa, and she didn't return any of my calls, but it's all for her.
That's rough, man.
Health. This was just more of a general point about
Oh my
like
fucking
uh,
god, dude. Sorry, continue.
health science is like such a weird field anyway because like I forget I don't know who it was because I don't know the famous academics on studies of the effects of diet or foods or macronutrients or whatever. But like this idea that like in nutrition science that if you wanted to you could create a study for any food that shows that any food given enough exposure kills you.
Yeah.
um it's the thing of like, oh, like Diet Coke is going to kill you because when you inject the equivalent of 15,000 Diet Cokes into a rat a day, you get prostate cancer.
Yeah. um, it's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah. It's really cool. I do like, because every study that gets made about health, like, it's funny. It's the ultimate grifter field. What the fuck is this hitbox?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna do it like this. There we
There
go.
you go. Oh, now he's down there.
Oh, that's why the hitbox is like that.
he's
Oh,
just a
okay.
little
I've learned
guy.
more about the physiology of this thing.
I swear, if he goes down there and kills the NPC.
Oh, that would be incredible. Are you kidding me? I hope not. I just start hearing, like, cries and...
Yeah.
A marrow stone shard. Huh. I hate this thing. That looks disgusting.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Don't
Yeah,
I don't
no,
like
it's a common...
the good graphics here. Anyway, you were saying.
Good hit. No, it's one of those frustrating things because the amount of conversations I've had to have in my life of like, somebody, refusing to eat like white rice or something I cook in a non-stick skillet.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you brain cancer, right? Like, okay, whatever. You just got done smoking a pack of cigarettes, so I know you're trying to like find some way to save bank on that, but like,
Yeah.
it's the ultimate grifter field, and which takes me back to is it gay? Because I was sitting around on
Not exactly sure what I did
field
there.
trip
But...
earlier this week, and I was listening to grown adult, like 40-year-old men.
Okay,
Talk
Joe Rogan.
on other
Yeah,
table.
continue.
Yeah, about their influencers that they watch. And,
God,
and they
was
were
it Joe
they were
Rogan?
one of them brought up how one of their influencers on TikTok said, it's not actually gay if you suck another dude off.
Ooh.
And they were like sitting here at us as the adults on a school field trip debating this loudly.
New
Well,
new tech developments have shown up in the field of fellatio. All right.
I have heard the most heinous things come out of their mouths for the last 3 years, and it just never stops. But it's never been better than this. Oh shit!
Fuck me. All right. Shit.
Ooh.
That is a range and a half.
That is a big stick.
I'm gonna die from
No, from the little guys. Damn,
from
and the poison
little
too's crazy.
guys. Ugh, that's so disrespectful.
I wish I could be a rat in a lab and get a scientist to inject 15,000 copies of Demon Souls into me.
That'll kill you.
Yeah. Is it Flame Lurker time?
Yeah, it's Flame Lurker time. I'm sorry. Like, this has been great, but I don't like 5-1 anymore.
No one likes 5-1 until they play 5-2. But then you're like, damn, you go back to 5-1. This is the game I love.
Yeah.
Get you some water, Vale.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. You're right. God, you're so
and there's
right.
also some cool stuff in 3-1 uh, that'll be worth doing at some point. But
Should I do it before Flame Lurker or what?
I don't think it'll make any difference. Um, there's just the guy you can get that will give you lots of he'll sell you some magical, some cool.
Okay. Very cryptic, but
Hmm.
fair enough. You have my curiosity piqued.
Clint asks if you can feel the grace of Miyazaki's vision.
Can I feel the grace of Miyazaki's vision? Honestly, I can. Like, I kind of live for this. Like,
You know it's so bad when everyone knows the name of a game designer.
yeah.
Like
Actually,
that's when you're getting the real shit.
Jesus
That's when you
Christ.
know. God, what is that, dude?
Like, he has just infinite poise, doesn't he?
That guy's tough.
Yeah. You know, he goes hard.
Honestly, the hardest part of getting to Flame Lurker or of the Flame Lurker fight is getting to Flame Lurker through the that annoying little tunnel.
Yeah. Come on,
That
man.
guy just ate that whole explosion.
Yeah, he goes hard. He's
That's
fucking
tough.
built different. Uh, it's like when the other teams know the name of your offensive like coordinator. I
Yeah,
what does it
that's
translate that for me,
that's
please?
football.
Oh, okay.
This is football. This is when an offensive coordinator on a football team is so bad that even fans of other teams say you got to fire that guy.
Oh no. Uh oh.
Real Matt
How
Canada
how
hours.
how often does that happen?
A couple of times. Um, you live in the accursed what is it, northeast?
I do.
So
I live in
the
redacted New Jersey.
yeah, the New England Patriots had one of the greatest offensive minds of a generation up there in Matt Patricia. So there's a guy behind you. I hope he doesn't come for you. Oh,
Now there's
oh,
not.
he's just free souls.
Yeah. As are you.
But
Anyway, yeah, no, it's. I've actually been having like weird debates. Not even debates, but it's just like been weird learning that like friends of mine. I finally found like a couple of people in the world who don't like Near Automata, and I haven't figured out why yet. Like we haven't had a conversation about it yet.
you just know the basic. You know they don't like it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Yeah. And I'm like morbidly curious as to like why. Like I want to know, obviously. Ow. Um, but you know, I'm scared of what that answer might be.
Well, uh, as someone who platinum trophy to Near Automata,
I didn't know that about you.
yeah, yeah.
Like
There's no difficulty related trophies, so
yeah, I
that's the only
like
reason. The platinum trophy in Near Automata is basically see all the endings,
oh,
and I
okay.
really like the game, so I was like,
I
you know,
have
I didn't have
like
to go do like another playthrough, so I was like, I want to see all the endings, the joke ones and the real ones.
I have like a particular complaint about the game, but it's almost not even about the game itself, and it's more about like fan culture, I guess. Like,
Let me down easy.
oh, it's that like okay, so fine, we'll get into it, whatever, right? Ow. Uh, so everybody likes Yoko Taro for being like a based horny king, right? Everybody likes
but
it.
who's
That
unashamed. He doesn't try to like deep lore it.
yeah,
Is
there's
what everyone
none. There's
likes.
no him being like, no, no, no. There's like a real reason.
Hideo Kojima with a quiet in Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
5. She breathed through
Um.
her skin. She needs to
Yeah. No,
drink.
no. She needs. Yeah. Etc. Etc. Um. But like, oh my god, is it this one that I dropped
It
down?
is. It's run. No, it's run. Not there. It's like through between the post and the wall right there.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Like run off the end of it.
Oof. I would say that that would have killed me in Dark Souls 2, but
But we've, you know,
we've worn that joke to a nub at this point.
I mean,
Well, I could say that it would kill me if I was Wedge in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
it would
Um,
kill you in Final Fantasy 7. Well, no, if this was Dark Souls 2, it would have killed you on the escalator. Ow, 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 ow.
um, I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with thinking about all the times that I fell down in last stream, and you're just like, Wedge, no!
No. And it all started because I stole, like, I do everything in my life. I steal every single funny comment from Lord Pent and then take it as my own credit
Yeah.
because it was Lord Pent that when you
It...
glitch died, that was like, this is the last thing Wedge saw.
Yeah. God. Anyway, okay, so I was saying, right, we all love horny King Yokotaro, who's just like, yes, I want them to be sexy and cool, right? I think that my actual issue with that has less to do with him specifically. I don't really think that it's necessarily bad that like we have somebody who's like a horny freak on main. Like I aspire to be that, right? Like I think that it's
I would
fine.
never have the guts.
Yeah, like I think that it's fine to you know, be that, I guess, right? My problem is that like in extolling his particular kind of virtue,
Run for the tunnel.
yeah, I'm just gonna fuck it. Who cares?
Someone died. You just got 10 souls.
We take those. God, that is so dark. In extolling those virtues, I can't help but feel at least a little bit upset at the double standard at play, right? Because like as a trans person of some notoriety on the internet, I can't help but notice that like these are things that are like these are courtesies that are often afforded to men who are being horny about women on the internet, right? So like my issue is a little bit less that he is doing it at all, and a little bit more that like we're all just going to pretend that it's like an egalitarian cool thing.
Yeah, which, you know, depends on where you are on the internet, of course.
Right.
But, like, for the most part, yeah, I mean, they don't let. I mean, I'm going to pull up here. Unlike most people watching the stream, I can't check my hard drive for pictures of 2B. I'm going to have to look it up.
That's what we're all here for, right?
Yeah.
I got
like,
lost.
I don't know. You look at 2B's design, and then you come out and you're like, I just wanted to bake her hot. And everybody's like, yeah, we see that.
Yeah.
That's it. There's nothing like remarkable about it, and I think that's what you're kind of getting at. Like, there's no. This is very like. I don't want to take anything away from it. It's like very basic. I'm horny on May.
Yeah, it's.
I made a robot lady in a French maid outfit.
Yeah, it's horny without like a whole lot of clarity. You know.
Well, I don't know. I would say there's definitely clarity.
Or not clarity. I'm sorry. Like specific. It's not Fran, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like it's not Fran.
Yeah,
from
there's
Final
no
Fantasy
there's no
12.
monster feet going on.
Yeah. Oh, it's this one.
Yokotaro also gets away with it though a little bit. I will give him this because, in a way, because I think Bayonetta gets away with the same thing that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They do get away with it a little bit. When I look at like something like this, and then you look at the response like a Stellar Blade or something, it is funny which game attracts the chuds and which game doesn't.
Yeah.
Because Yokotaro and Hideki Kamiya made like good games.
Yeah.
And I don't. No comment. Look, the best thing I ever learned about Stellar Blade was finding out that the skin suit is because you take the actual armor off. And then people are like, well, what if they just want the game to be hard? Did you think about that?
Yeah, I'm sure that that's what was going through their head on that one. You're so right.
There is a website, it's now banned in Texas, that I can go to whenever I want. I don't need to pay $70 for Stellar Blade. Oh, hey, Flame Lurker. Finally, some real fucking damage.
Ugh, I hate that one too. Okay. I'm getting my ass beat.
Yeah, the dodge roll's not hitting the same today.
It's because he has like very specific like attack
Directions
patterns.
you want to go.
Like
I love the backwards fire dick. Like now, Flame Lurker. Now this is horny with substance.
yeah.
The
There's
fire
something
dick
going
attack
on
is
here.
crazy.
Okay, I pressed the dodge button and that just didn't I didn't move on that one. That's exciting.
We love Demon Souls.
Yeah. It's great.
The best part about Demon Souls is that they fixed absolutely nothing wrong with the game on a technical level.
Yeah.
Which, if I'm being honest, that goes hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm like in go time. God damn it.
That fucking fire dick.
Oh Jesus. Oh my god. Bopper, I've mismenued.
You've got no Soul Ray.
It's okay. It's okay. It's less okay.
This is not very okay.
Oh, I'm just out of MP for this. Okay, that's fine. I don't... Okay. I feel like I just want to take this fight over again because I feel like I've messed up on, like, some sort of really basic level.
I think you had to, you were having to get back in the rhythm, which probably didn't help.
Alright, there we go.
Which is fine, because Flame Lurker, I think you can beat him. I think it's just a matter of getting the rhythms back.
Yeah.
And the healing is going to be an issue.
Oh, right. I'm now gone. Oh, my fucking god.
Remember the Estus Flask in the future?
Yeah, I do remember the Estus Flask in the future. I kind of... Oh my god. I can't win against him like this. I have to go...
No.
I don't like this game.
This
Like,
game has got some problems.
I put on the fucking fire resist ring, and I feel like I took way more damage this time around than I did last time. What happened?
I don't know. Maybe we need to update the armor.
But it was the same armor that I used last time. What happened?
No, I mean just find better armor, because different armor has different elemental resistances.
Oh yeah,
And
Bob,
it makes an almost a
yeah.
difference.
All right.
It makes something like a difference. I'm sure we have souls lying around somewhere.
I'm pretty sure that I used them all. Yeah, I used them all.
Damn.
All right, you know what? Here's my next plan.
Lord Pent says that you had your full health previously, so maybe
Oh,
last time you died to Flame Lurker, you
oh,
went
and the world
into
tendency has gotten probably a lot worse too.
well, it would have only gone down one stage. World Tendency has very minimal effect on like damage that you that enemies deal like
Mm-hmm.
between levels. So like if it only went down by -1, probably not noticeable.
Probably.
4-1 is really interesting because there's a uh yeah. The gimmick of 4-1 and 4-2 is sure something. You'll see.
Is the gimmick flying mantis people? Because I've already
No,
seen
that's
that.
that's more thematic than gimmick.
Okay.
I do love the two-shotting these skeletons though. And they are barely doing any damage either, which is
Yeah,
nice.
like I should be doing pretty good here.
Yeah, 4-1 is definitely like 4-1, 5-1, and Flame Lurker are all beatable. The question is just which one's going to fall first. Because the second one of them falls, I think the other two fall in fairly quick succession.
Yeah, I guess the other
Just because you're going to
thing,
get big boss souls.
Niltoast also brought up a good point. I think that the other thing is that I was getting way better at dodging the
Mm-hmm.
fire bursts, and
Hey, this time you don't have to go through Vanguard.
yeah.
Because you already chopped his ass up.
Well, that's a little generous, but
Uh, third person shootered his ass up.
ow.
We love the manta rays.
Sure.
Hey, the manta rays kick ass, but I also have like certain context that you will one day have that will make you go like, wow, these manta rays kick ass.
Do they help me fight a boss at some point?
Um,
You don't have
I
to
don't really
answer
want to
this for me.
say.
Yeah.
They're cool.
They go hard? Oh,
Nice.
that's the trap that I got.
No, that's a different pressure plate
Oh,
trap.
I'm sorry.
than
This
the
is a
one that
different
killed you.
trap.
This is a different trap. But you got the unknown hero soul,
I don't know
and
how
that's
many souls that is.
uh, it's uh, it's enough to buy like 2 crescent moon grass.
Well, I'm gonna go grab my old souls. I'm gonna try to sell that thing or use that thing when I get back to the Nexus with my souls. I'm gonna buy some healing from fucking patches. And we're gonna make this video game work, okay?
Yeah, you could also go.
I got a Bladestone shard.
Part of what drives this off the wall is that beating Flame Lurker. The thing about beating Flame Lurker is that it's also going to open up an actual reasonable supply of healing to you.
That doesn't
Because
seem real.
the best place to get healing in the game is in 1-1, 1-2, and 1-3.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is at 1-3, I haven't really talked about because I don't think you're allowed to go to 1-3 yet until you beat the second stage of another non-level 1 level.
Interesting.
Although level 1-3 is itself, for the most part, fairly easy. And almost every enemy there drops like crescent or moon grass, or by the time you get to like 1-4, they're going to be dropping like every enemy's going to be dropping like 4 new moon grasses. It's crazy.
That sounds
It's funny
pretty
because
good.
I'm at the point where I'm like really good at Demon Souls. Like this shit just doesn't like the healing is very
Oh.
oh shit.
Well,
If I grab those souls first.
let me just really quickly see what I can do here. And I have seemed to have awoken the beast. Okay, that's not a lot of damage
For a critical hit.
for a backstab.
Also, this guy's fucking dual wielding his samurai swords.
Yeah,
It's an edgy skeleton.
I win.
Oh,
Okay.
1,227 souls.
Should I just leave now?
Maybe investigate the room he was guarding, so that
Yeah, I mean, I did go through all this trouble. I might as
yeah,
well.
so that.
An adjudicator shield.
Oh, fuck! Now I know why I remembered. I remember now. Shit! Why this fucking game is actually easy.
Is it the
It's
adjudicator
it's the
shield?
adjudicator shield. The adjudicator shield is like the best item in the game.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, you
so
have my
okay,
curiosity.
you're running around two-handing the spear, right? Like,
Yeah.
and you're using it two-handed against it. The adjudicator shield is a shield that gives you passive HP regeneration, even if you are two-handing your weapon. So you can just have it on your back, and
Oh
it
my
heals you at
god.
all times.
Well, okay, so I should run back now, right?
Stockpile Thomas, please, we need you, baby.
Yeah, like I shouldn't be hanging out here, should I? It
Manta Ray!
feels a little bit like a waste when I say it like
It
that.
feels a little bit like maybe you should investigate this tunnel.
Okay, but there's gonna be a trap down here.
Look at that pressure plate you just stepped on.
Bopper.
That's okay. There's only like 4 skeletons to get back to here, and you don't have to fight the red-eyed black skeleton.
Ever again, or will I have to? Like,
Well,
is he
to
still
get
there?
back to where your souls were.
Okay, but
And
he
I
does
think-
respawn.
He does respawn, but you never have to go back into that room
Okay.
again. You never have to aggro that dude.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm gonna just take that as an unmitigated, like, just as like a total victory then, because he showed up
Yeah.
once, didn't land a single blow on me. I killed him immediately. I think that counts as just like I just won, right?
To get the pure blade stone, if you want to take a blade weapon all the way up to its maximum level, you have to grind the red eye skeletons. And they have a sub 1% drop rate.
Oh, I don't like
An
that.
optimal world tendency.
That Bopper, that all sounds like garbage.
They fixed it in Rebirth, or not in Rebirth.
In Rebirth,
They didn't fix anything in
they
Rebirth.
fixed it in Rebirth.
Yeah, well, no. In Demon Souls remake, they fixed it so that the
Are my souls down this path or not?
no, not that one.
Okay.
Not that one. It's like the tunnel where you went down under the ground, right
Okay,
around
so
the
there's
corner
just
here.
3 tunnels with like trap pressure plates.
Yeah, and now that you know about them, nice aim.
Now that I know about them, I don't have to care because I just got them.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go down
you get
that path.
so many souls in this
That's actually
stage.
kind of why I wanted to go down, like go to 4-1. It's just like I knew that I'd get a lot of souls by doing
You
this.
get a lot. I really wish they dropped the price of healing items, because I'll say I don't notice it in Demon Souls because I'm so good at the game at this point, but I'm terrible at Bloodborne, and I notice it there
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with the blood vials. And it's honestly why I've not replayed Bloodborne. I've only beaten it once. It is the Souls. It's weird. It's the Souls game I've played the least, or the FromSoft game I've put the least hours into, despite it being ostensibly my favorite, because I love the aesthetic so much.
Right.
My real favorite's actually Demon Souls, because this game fucking kicks fucking ass.
I'm really liking Demon Souls. Like, I'm frustrated with
Oh.
it right now. I feel like I'm in like the worst part of it, right?
Yeah, this is the drag for Demon Souls is typically
Should I invest in Late Moon or Half Moon? I feel like Late Moon, probably.
I'd say late moon, because you're gonna want optimal healing for Flame Lurker.
I only... Oh, because of...
Yeah, you could go put up. You need to get the Adjudicator Shield out anyway. I don't know if you can use it. I don't remember what the stat
We're gonna find
requirements are.
out.
I don't think it's that extreme. And since you're not going to be using it for anything, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
You need 14 strength, but like, who cares? I think every build can actually use it, because you can equip anything in the game, even if you don't have the requirements.
Right. Rebirth Brainwords.
We should check your armor, though, because
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
think
if
that
it'd be
that's
worth.
a fair thing to look at. All right, so shields, right?
Yeah. So it's the adjudicator.
Okay. And do I have to have it out?
You have to have it out, so you have to have it like what your round shield is doing right now,
Okay.
just sitting on your back. Now, if you two-hand the shield, you can block effectively with it.
Nice. Okay, so what are the requirements for it?
It's just 14 strength.
Okay.
So if you just two-hand your regular weapon, see up there in the top left, you're still getting your
I feel heavier.
HP regeneration.
Oh yeah, it's because I went up above.
One of my favorite things about Demon Souls, the original Demon Souls, and I'll send it to you, is that there's a item in the game. There's a ring in the game called the Cat Ring.
Cat ring.
The Cat Ring, and the so when you have a passive effect on you, the Water Veil or HP regen or MP regen, they have a symbol up there underneath your stamina bar that tells you that it's active. For whatever reason, in Demon Souls 2009, they forgot to replace their placeholder image of the cat ring, which was just a picture of a real cat. So in Demon Souls 2009, I sent you the image.
Oh, I need to see. Hold on. No! What? No, that's so good!
When you inevitably beat the game, I will point you to the Easter egg they have in this remake to that cat guy, because they did make this cat guy canon a little bit.
That's incredible.
Which causes some people on Reddit to flip out, I guess, because the lore doesn't make sense anymore.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing that I'm constantly terrified of, like not making sense, in my video games, it's lore. I will scream and cry if you try to tell me, like if you change up my precious lore.
Or you change up the lore into a way that's, inconsistent.
Yeah. What am I missing? Oh.
You are missing 4 large heart tones, a chunk. Oh yeah, you ain't getting Wing Spear level 8.
Yeah. Also, hello Blair. Also, hello some guy. A lot of people have been like filtering it, and I haven't been noticing because I've been so invested in souls, demons.
I hope Anton is still here so that I can keep up kayfabe of pretending to hate the Trail series.
Yeah, I sent those tweets that you showed me to my personal, like, you should play Trails friend.
We'll probably read those out at some point.
Yeah,
because they're great.
Yeah, I'm
Real
40.
Bopper. Yeah, Anton, you betrayed me in the comment section of the Final Fantasy 4 through 6 video because you showed that I broke kayfabe by using Trails music. Real talk, do you actually like the story in the Souls games? Even with lore, they are pretty dry, in my opinion. I can't say I know enough about the Souls stories. Like, I've watched Vati Vidya, but I don't know if that doesn't really count as knowing, because I watch Vati Vidya in the background while I'm doing other stuff that takes up 70% of my brain, such as playing Dark Souls 2. In general, I guess it's hard to say if I like the story of Dark Souls or if I like the tone. I think I love the tone. I don't know what exactly is happening in Dark Souls 3 when you run to the end of the world to fight Slave Knight Gale, but I love the tone of it. I love the vibe of it. These very moody games. Jesus Christ!
What's up?
Remember that guy? And he drops late Moongrass. That guy got cooked. Holy shit.
Everything okay?
Maybe this is where I need to go grind next time I don't need healing in Demon Souls, because I'm just that good.
I just wanted to see if I could get into 1-3, but then I'm like, I wonder if I could just do this. And the answer is apparently, yeah, I can just,
Yeah.
I can just two-shot big scary blue knight
Now
guy.
you can see how important leveling is in Demon's Souls.
Yeah, all right. You know, I see your point. There's nothing up and around here, right? Yeah.
No, I think you got the items here in the arena.
Yeah.
Trails of Steel of Unknown Temperature.
I
I was
gotta
playing
I
Final
gotta get
Fantasy
to
X.
those games. But... Oh yeah. 10-2. Talk to me.
10-2 is pretty good. It's um I see why some people wouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
If we remove the gamers, right? Okay, we slice the gamers out of the population that plays video games.
Finally.
I can see why someone might not like 10-2, especially coming straight off of 10. Because, it is it's silly and weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a lot of fun with it. But it is also, tonally and story structure, just the structure of the game is very different from really any other Final Fantasy. So I find it very fun to play in like short bursts.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get my ability brainworms out of my head because I'm like have one single white mage in the party that's just spamming prey every single turn so that I can have like maxed out white mages and shit while everybody else grinds out all their abilities and like you know the game is
Yeah.
generally so far easy enough because if you just go exploring into all the different levels instead of just going straight for the orbs, like you just sort of end up railroading it a little bit,
Yeah.
which
10-2
I'm
is a
fine with.
weird game when it comes to its difficulty curve. Because like the difficulty curve it almost like jump scares you. I would say that in 10-2. Like most of the game is pretty easy breezy, and then like out of left field you're just going to like get fucked hard if you haven't like
Oh,
thought about your team.
or if you haven't been getting all the, if you don't have all the abilities and you don't have, well, that's sort of part of why I'm like focusing white mage so much. I just want to make sure at least if in the war of numbers I can heal.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make sure I at least have like Cura on
Who's
multiple people,
who's your
preferably
healer?
Curaga. Riku.
Interesting.
And I have Riku as the main one, and I've got Pain doing it as like secondary. Um, just to kind of pass through some of the garment grids so that I can
Mm-hmm.
get, like auto protect or defense +5 going in the middle of battles
Yeah, yeah,
that are a
yeah.
little tougher. Because that system is weird and it's unexplained. Thanks, Reddit, for explaining how the
What the
effects in the garment grid work.
oh. Yeah, the garment grid stuff is interesting.
Yeah, I got the garment grid that has two job slots on it, two dress sphere
Oh,
slots
unerring
on it.
path, yeah.
Yeah, that also comes with Pain's superclass.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm very excited for that. And I guess it was a Kingdom Hearts reference because you have to talk to that dude like 6 times before he gives it to you. And I kind of lucked into talking to him 6 times because I was like, that conversation doesn't feel like it ended. Let's see if there's more. It's also Demon Souls and Dark Souls syndrome where you just talk to NPCs until their dialogue loops.
Yeah. I can't remember how you get Yuna and Riku's super classes.
I hope they're easy to miss and locked to certain points of the game.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be the best way to do it.
Why do I feel like I see a
A little
lizard?
skitter pal.
Yeah.
Probably
Because
because
I
there's like
do.
one down there and I'm gonna miss it,
Damn.
right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. How do you even get those? I guess you take the long way around, right?
You go hard.
Yeah.
The thing about this level is that there's so many skitter guys in Stonefang Tunnel, and so many of them are just
It's not this way. It's the other way, isn't it?
they all respawn even when you kill them. Some of them multiple times.
Beautiful.
There's so many upgrade materials you have to get. Like each level has like the item that it drops. So like level 1 is all healing. Level
Mhm.
2 is all upgrade materials. Level 3 is MP restoration. Um, armor.
All right, let's see here. Is there anything here that
Wizard's clothes gives you more fire resistance.
I mean the blue eye knight cuirass gives me the most, but it will also leap my
You're gonna be chunk rolling.
yeah. But maybe a little bit of that wouldn't be bad. Oops. Um, let's see here.
That's worse. That's heavier and everything's worse.
Yeah.
Wizard's gloves. It's gonna give you only one more fire resistance in exchange for 0.5, but it's also, I mean, it's more defense too. Um,
Yeah, it's just the problem
I
now
forget
is
what the
that
thresholds are. Let me look up the percentage
I
threshold.
need to be under 30, I'm pretty sure, right?
It changes in every game. Um, let's see. Uh, in Demon Souls, there are only two types of rolls, fat and fast, and it's 50%.
Really?
Yeah,
So this is why does it feel
it might.
huh?
Yeah, like if you were to strip all your clothes off here, I don't know if it would even affect anything.
Yeah, I can't put on the blue. I can't put on this chunky fella
Because that will
though,
take
because
you
that
over
would take me up
50.
50. Okay, but I can wear the wizard's clothes and get more
Yeah.
fire resist overall. All right.
There is a maybe I'll tell you about it at some point how to get it, but there is a there is a shield that blocks 100% physical and 100% fire. That's also a great shield that you can get in 1/1. It blocks all damage from the flame lurker.
That's really stupid.
Yeah.
I don't need
But
it though.
to get it is dumb and stupid and not worth it really.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need it. You know?
It'll involve doing some toxic bullshit that I gladly do. Scumbag. That he always like lets you just get the 3 hits in on the little stun lock there. It's just so sweet.
Yeah. He's a little looking
What a
after
good
me.
guy.
See, like getting clipped by that feels wrong. I'm dying right here.
No.
Now.
Nope. Where's Mimic Tier when you need him?
Right?
If this
I
were a
don't think
good
I ever
game.
found Mimic Tier when I played Elden Ring. I didn't get very far, so.
Yeah, because Mimic Tier you get like halfway through the game. From one of the dumbest boss fights in the series, one of the funniest that you can cheese like crazy. Because the boss that drops it just mimics your build, and if you run into if you run into the arena naked and unequipped, the boss itself is naked and unequipped.
That's really funny. That was cheeky. I shouldn't have done that, but I got away with it.
That was
anyway, so.
greed.
I don't like it when sometimes I don't actually swing my like lance. I just kind of do like a
It's
little
the
parry thing.
weird kick
Yeah.
from Dark Souls 1 that sometimes comes out.
Okay, this is starting to hurt more because I've lost my shield, right?
Yeah, Water Veil's gone.
I literally do not know what's happening. Ugh. Okay, come on, man.
Damn.
I'm just sucking. I think that might be the main problem here. I think the real issue here is that I'm just being really bad. I'm also kind of getting caught on every camera angle and bad terrain.
Because
known
we're,
to
we're moving
mankind.
around the arena a lot more. Like your one golden run felt like we were just moving around less. Flame Lurker wasn't dragging our ass.
Yeah, it's like every time he moves up to me, my camera decides to like hide in like a weird corner. So why did I start with a regular swing there and then migrate into a kick? That just seems filthy.
This game's so good. The technical aspects are just impeccable.
Jesus. Oh, come on!
Come on!
Ugh.
Well, 1-2. Or the 1-3.
That is... I'm sorry, I was robbed. Like, I sucked. Like, definitely sucked on a lot of that. But, like, I was also robbed at least a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit there by some of the bullshit camera angles. I'm trying to think... What the... Because here's the goofy part, right? The stupid way to win is like go into 1-2 or like that Archstone from the Tower Knight and like get like just 30 Half Moon Grass from those knights.
Right. This is like 400. Oh my
You can't
god.
even buy one with that. Hey, shout out to the Red Eye skeleton.
He gave me like, what was it, like 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright.
I think like the rhythm of the dodge of Flame Lurker is weird, because like if you get caught up a lot on the like the fire.
Yeah, it's just
AoE.
trying to figure out like what his next move is going to be, and I was just anticipating it really badly.
Yeah, I can't.
Because like the Golden Run, he was basically using his big AoE swing almost every time. And this time it was just like all fucking quick jabs. So.
Okay, so for every 500, you get Moongrass.
Yeah.
So, which we like to call 5/4 of an unknown hero soul. So hateful. But
that is
why
so
would you
disrespectful.
put a soul that only gives 400 at this point in the game?
Yeah. Genuinely
There's
fucked
a
up.
ladder by that fire pit. I don't know if you saw it. I don't remember if you have to actually go on that ladder.
Did I go on that ladder?
I don't think you've gone on it yet.
Way I've taken damage yet.
But that's okay. You're still.
This one?
You know,
yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Did you? I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Because there's a healing item here, and I got it.
That's right. Good thing those don't respawn.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I thought you meant the healing.
Oh, no, the healing. I wish the healing. I'm glad it doesn't. This game's hardcore.
Yeah. Okay. Where the fuck do I go from here? That's rude. Oh yeah, he is literally just standing there.
Yeah, you don't gotta fuck with him if you don't want to
I
anymore.
don't think I want to, right?
Oh, no, no, pressure plate, pressure plate!
Oh,
Flop.
fucking... Okay.
Okay,
Alright,
not so bad.
so what am I looking at for these pressure plates?
Uh, there's one.
Like, there's one right there, right? If I roll over it, it still
Yeah.
activates, right?
I can't remember if pressure plates activate multiple times or not in Demon Souls. I think you can like do the thing where you like run over them and then run back out of the tunnel real quick. And ooh.
A renowned hero
Now
soul.
that one's gotta give some good shit.
That one's gonna give
right?
me like 450 souls.
That might get you a whole crescent moon grass. I don't know too much about this level and its layout for a very stupid
Don't tell
reason.
me
But
he's been activated.
I might just I might book it. Oh, he's looking at you.
Thanks, man.
Out of here. I might check out that underground tunnel again.
All right. Okay, so
Like the way I like to do these pressure plates is like step on them and then like run backwards, like roll back out into the side.
And so that one, this is the next one, right?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, and then it won't activate again. You run down. At least it shouldn't. They don't in Dark Souls 1, and I don't think they do here. Well, go back to the end of that tunnel. Just, you know. You know Dark Souls.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Hey.
Who's shooting glass at me? Sky Mantis is...
We love Sky Mantas.
all right. So there's going to be another... No? Huh. Oh my god.
Hey.
Crescent Moongrass?
In 4-1, what a treat.
Wow. How fucking indulgent.
It's moments like this where you realize how genius the Estus flask was, and that you had to go through this for them to figure it out.
Yeah.
We got a dude down here locked up. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Can't really do anything about that. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Goodbye, buddy. I think it was the Matthew Matosis video on Dark Souls or on Demon Souls, if he even did Demon Souls. I don't remember if he did. I think he did. Where he complains about the it's in this very tunnel. He like is holding the block button for the spear, the two-handed spear, and like running through the tunnel, and he's like, look at how the weapon clips through the walls.
Holy shit. Did he fucking...
These are levels I could never imagine being.
Yeah, could... That's a level of being a hater that, like... I don't know. That's impressive. That's a feat.
I could never.
You know, as
Didn't
much
they do the
as
healing-
haters are definitely on my case about my Final Fantasy VII hot takes. Like, I don't know. Ow.
Some guy says, didn't they do the healing item twice more? Well, yes, they did. They did it in Bloodborne basically the exact same way, except it was at least consolidated all down to one item that did a fixed portion of your...
Yeah.
And then there's... Dark Souls 2, where you had life gems, but you also had the Estus flask, so it all kind of... it wasn't so bad in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah. Actually, I just realized I should probably put this back on. Ah, fuck. No, that's not what I wanted.
At least it wasn't the new moon crash.
He loves Demon Souls? Wait, Matthew Matosas?
Yeah, I just don't know why. I don't remember why he was talking about that, but it always stuck with me as one of the most bizarre images I've ever seen. complaining about a game.
I literally can't aim this thing, can I?
Yeah, it's not worth trying to do. It's
Damn it.
very
All right.
difficult to aim magic free cam.
I wanted to be hateful, but oh well.
Chat, uh, chat. Anyone in chat who's played Demon Souls knows this tower right here and is going to be sick to themselves the entire time for this
Oh
playthrough. Ain't
really?
that right?
That good, huh?
Mm. Ooh, a key.
Okay.
Pressure plate right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Well, you got a key now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in free.
Old
Hopefully
dude.
normal man.
Hopefully, guy that sells you cheap shit.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like
Wouldn't it
honestly,
be?
I hope that I free him and he's like, oh, here's like 20 like
I
full
think it
moon
was
grass.
not down the stairs. I think it was back the other way, like through that
Oh yeah,
little
yeah,
the
yeah.
rubble. Because at least this way, you've already killed all the enemies.
True.
What if this worked like Nightmare mode in Doom, where the enemies just respawned while you're in the
Is
level?
that what happens in Nightmare mode in Doom?
Yeah,
That's
uh,
brutal. Like, isn't that game
yeah. I
supposed to
think it
be
was
built
down.
around like using corpses as like pathfinding? Or are you talking about the 2016 Doom?
The original Doom. Nightmare mode was a meme difficulty that was added way later by the devs because
Oh, okay.
they were like, look, it was people on message boards theorizing the worst possible difficulty for Doom, and then the developers thought it was so funny they added it.
All right, buddy. Please either like best case scenario, I'm going to talk to you and you're going to be like, "Oh, thank you for saving me. Here's 20 half moon grasses and like, you know, a free sword or something." Worst case scenario, I talked to him and he said, "Hey, when you're not looking, I killed you." Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. A grave robber?
Ooh, the Undertaker.
Oh shit, the Undertaker's in this game. You really have been on WrestleMania, haven't you?
I wish at some point if you died enough times to the Flame Lurker, the lights just went out and you got the bell toll and the Undertaker showed up and Tombstone pile drive the Flame Lurker. I mean,
that would be pretty good.
the Undertaker's like 6'10" and wrestles. I don't want to know the kind of back pain he's got.
Oh god, yeah. I Okay, so that's at least cheap.
Well, that's more expensive than patches.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought that Half Moon was what I was. Okay. Well, then what are you
Um,
here for? Because it might not be this.
Cloudstone shard is forging material.
Hmm. I
Use
could
your
finally
arrow
buy
guy.
arrows.
You buy a ton of arrows. Arrows are at the very least mercifully cheap.
So I might just buy like.
I don't know. This is getting up into Crescent Moon territory amounts of arrows.
I don't know. I might just want to have some.
Yeah. For your little sniping puzzles that I never figured out.
Yeah, and then closing that. I don't really care
Barbarian.
about. Okay, cool.
Hey, you can get full leather gear finally.
That's true. Why is he just sitting in the groundwater like that? He'll get some kind of foot problem. It'll be fine. His boots are pretty water resistant.
Who in chat watches WrestleMania?
I don't
It
watch
just came up
WrestleMania.
again, so I was like, I didn't watch it either. But then like, um, a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, I haven't watched wrestling since I was like 14 or 12 or around that age, and then everyone was being positive on Twitter for once, and I was like, you know what? I'll go look at the highlights because somebody, I think it was Actual Lizard, was like, Undertaker's back, and I was like, no, how could he be back?
Yeah, like is he back with like a medical bill statement taped onto his like a costume or something?
Nah, see, what had happened was that The Rock used duplicitous means to beat John Cena, and the Undertaker had to teach him a lesson.
Oh, really?
Because at this point, because the Undertaker, man, there's so many cool Undertaker stories from when I was like 10 that went so hard. I remember being 10 and watching the Undertaker sacrifice a wrestler to Satan.
Holy shit! What?
Yeah.
Oh, Undertaker cameoed. Oh,
Yeah. So he was like back, but like, he's retired, so he's only back for like some cameos sometimes,
hmm.
as far as I know. But he He would sacrifice wrestlers to Satan and form his undead legion of wrestlers that would like terrorize people.
That that's insane.
Clint says, "I've seen the Undertaker fall through a stack of 3 tables live." I'll never forget as a kid looking at Randy Orton looking at a wax figure of himself in a coffin shitting his pants because he knew what was coming. And then then the lights cut out. The thing about the Undertaker is that he would just spawn in, right?
Right.
Sometimes if he had a scheduled match, he'd come in like an actual walk-in and an entrance. But there were times as a kid I remember watching, he would just spawn in. The lights would cut out, and then when they'd come back on, he'd just be in the middle of the ring, and then would kill every motherfucker in there.
That's badass.
It was so hard.
I want to do this. Yes. Oh my god.
Okay, pulling up the game facts chart.
Are those sky mantis gonna try to shoot me up here?
I don't think they can.
Okay.
But don't take my word for it.
I wanna help the birds. What do the birds need?
Demon Souls bird trade. Sparkly the Crow.
Does this break
okay,
continuity? Sorry. Continue.
You could get a regenerator ring that you could stack with your shield.
That seems hateful, but continue.
That is, yeah. Your silver coronet.
Does that count?
You started the game with the equipment. If you drop that, if you don't want it anymore, you can drop that and get a storied hero soul, which gives you 4,000 souls.
I have 2 silver coronets is the thing. So do I just drop it here?
You can do it twice. You can do the silver coronet twice. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't drop both. I'd just drop one, exit and re-enter, and then come back just to make sure. So to get this, you have to exit the game and come back. So like, and you can just quit out since it just saves your locations. You just go
exit
to settings, exit game, and then reload, and it'll take you right here. It's a different game, bird in every game. Continuity preserved.
Oh, thank God.
I may be too much of a leftist to enjoy wrestling fully. I don't know. You gotta treat it the same as everything else that you consume under capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's athletes and actors doing a great job. It just Vince McMahon is a horrible person, but he's been ousted.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. I mean, wrestling is no different than theater, or basically, what happens when chuds are theater kids and you get wrestling?
Kind of. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Chuds don't work out.
Okay.
Chuds would not put on those sparkly pink spandex underwear and then like get thigh gripped by other men. Wrestling is just, yeah, Clint, it's just shonen is what it is.
A little bit.
It feels like an anime scene when Randy Orton is looking at his wax sculpture of himself in the Undertaker's coffin. Or when Kane locked the Undertaker in his coffin and then lit it on fire.
Yeah. Bopper, I'm lost again.
You're lost again.
It feels like every winding pathway that I've gone through.
I want to show you the secret with this level so bad because I knew it the first time I actually beat the game, and it made it tolerable because I don't think I've ever actually beaten this level the intended way.
Huh.
You do want to negotiate this obstacle, though, I'm sure. Because he is, for once, this is a guy guarding an item
that I want to have.
A really fucking good item. And it's one that your stat build can use.
Okay. Well, now I have to I have to pretend to be good at this game again.
Ooh.
There we go.
These guys are chumps, honestly. Like
They
they're
just
they're
deal
pretty easy
crazy
to deal with.
damage.
They deal crazy damage, but they're easy enough.
Whew. Gamer cat. Oh my god, even without opposable thumbs. Shut up. I have thumbs. Don't talk to me about the thumbs. Anyway, Bopper, you were saying, item. What is this?
6 soul remains.
Oh,
No, that's
thank
not it.
god.
Um,
Oh, the crescent
Crescent
falchion?
Falchion +1.
Okay, do I have to hold on, hold on. Do I have to upgrade the falchion because I already have the winged spirit +7? Is this a Fire
Okay,
Emblem meme run of Demon Souls?
so maybe you should. Now here's the good thing. The Crescent Falchion is going to use different upgrade material. This is a weapon that scales with magic, deals holy damage. And considering your stat build, it might actually be better for 5-1 than the flame sword.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the one hand, that's incredible. On the other hand, why does it feel like every single time? Oh, fuck me. Every single path that I've gone down in this game has been like, here's a weird, neat treasure. I don't know how to get. This is a little bit too far, isn't it?
I don't know. So Crescent upgrade, okay, it's the same as Flame. So basically, it does not scale with any of your stats.
Okay.
Deals magical damage that scales with your magic stat, and regenerates your MP.
Jesus.
So your current weapon and shield is regenerating your HP and MP. This is the trouble, right? The only way I know to tell you where to go is a way
to
that is
spoil. Yeah, it's to like spoil the whole
is
thing.
to
Isn't
not
it?
well, it's not an exploit, and it was not fixed in the remake because Miyazaki loved it so much because he felt that it fit with like the point of the game. Ooh, item right behind you. What could this be?
Ooh, a story hero soul.
Ooh, that's 4,000. The
Okay.
repost and backstab animations are so extra in this remake. I love them.
Okay. So here's the thing. I have gone through the tunnels. I have gone and triggered all of the traps. Jesus.
This is interesting because I only know one way forward.
Nope. I did not, in fact.
Hey, you dodged it all.
Was there nothing in here?
That's the
Oh,
invisible
that's the
wall.
invisible wall, right? Like
So
I feel like I've cleaned this place out. What is
you
happening
basically
here?
have this turned into a Dark Souls 2 level. So then if you a right at the intersection would take you back up to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
You're gonna do it. You're gonna induct me into the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna induct you into the Hall of Fame because it's the only thing I know to tell you to do. Because
Okay.
I don't know the way through otherwise. And
Do it. Crush my
okay,
heart
go
and soul.
up those stairs,
Crush my dreams here. Let's do it.
please.
All right, up the stairs.
Up those stairs, onto the whatever those are called, to the left, the battlements.
Oh. Okay.
Drop down, I guess.
Like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you, yeah, and then just go down again. We took the weird way to get here. Just climb up the rubble now because we've been here before.
Oh, okay. It's just here again. Right.
Yeah. Hey, look, ledges that are
Yeah,
climbable.
it's the second time that we get climbable ledges.
Okay, and then left to the other rook tower thing. And then when you get to this tower,
Uh-huh.
okay, get to like the corner of the okay, so like right here, look
Okay.
at like the wall, um,
This one?
on the other side. See that low wall right there? You can roll onto those bricks. And you're fast rolling, so you can do it. You have to do it from the broken part of the floor.
Like from up here?
Yeah, and you roll across to the wall.
Wasn't a roll.
It can be a little finicky, but it's Demon Soul, so there's no risk. Um, so you're coming at it from like you don't need to get to the lowest part of the wall. You just
Okay.
need to get to the wall, like the closest part of the wall.
So like,
Yeah,
okay.
something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Um, let me double check the spot here. Because the cool thing about this is that they actually talked extensively about taking this out in the remake. Um, and Miyazaki, there we go.
Okay.
And then you can just drop. Miyazaki specifically wanted this kept
Ooh.
because he felt that it was so cool
Mm-hmm.
to have this here. This like kind of, it isn't like you're breaking anything in the game.
Right.
You're just using the environment to you're taking advantage of the environment to get through the level in a slightly quicker way, and he thought that was cool. That's the very beginning of the level. You were on the right track when you were going down that ledge or down that path right there.
Huh.
This is the correct way.
Oh, I
It's
just keep on dropping?
no, you can walk this
Oh,
now.
okay. Oh, shit.
Oh god, oh fuck. No! Rebirth! Rebirth brain!
How did I do
Oh.
It's been weeks since I played Rebirth. Why did I hit that button? Uh,
Demon Souls is Rebirth now.
Demon Souls is Rebirth now. Damn. That sucks.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then
alright,
I think you can just, for the most part, continue
yeah.
moving. See, the gimmick with 4.1 and 4.2, it's more of a problem with 4.2, is that there is no shortcut in either of these levels. That's their
Oh.
gimmick.
That's a lame gimmick.
It sucks
Can
ass,
I
doesn't
wait,
it?
can I do what I think I can do here? Is this one of these puzzles? Shit. It is though, right? You tell me if I'm wasting my time, right?
No, this is what you're supposed to do.
Okay. It's gonna be for like a fresh water or
Uh,
something.
Soul remains.
Crescent moon grass. A grave robber's
Grave
ring.
robbers ring.
Okay. Well, now I gotta figure out what that does. Gonna try to hide away in the corner here before I do. Ensure how you feel about this great man model of history with Miyazaki and Dark Souls. I mean, okay, so I'm not exactly an expert. Become harder for black phantoms to detect. Okay, that's fine. I'm not exactly like an expert in like the storytelling. Excuse me? I'm. Can I not pass this?
Just because you're going the wrong way through it.
Oh, it's because
Because we skipped, so it's that door down there where you saw like there's a little
Oh.
light coming from it.
Okay, I
Um,
see.
not out there. Like if you go to that, just drop back down to the first floor to
Um.
the left. There's like see that glow.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Ooh. Hey, buddy.
Should I? I should pull the wing spear, right? I think that this. Well, this deals holy damage.
Let-
Should that deal?
Well, I don't. It's gonna deal more damage to these guys. I don't know if it's gonna be noticeable. I'm not sure. because the wing spear is highly upgraded.
It deals less.
Well, you're in it now.
Yeah, it's not like I can. Fuck. No.
Oh, that is the
Brutal.
yeah. Well, you got the wing spear, and now you know the shortcut.
Yeah, except that I have to clear the whole goddamn thing out again. But I got it because it's too much, too many.
I like this part of the Demon Souls Wikipedia page. Despite its reputation as a hard game, Miyazaki never intended the game to be hard.
Sure, man.
One okay, there were definitely some people maybe were on this team strictly to keep him under control, because it says one scrapped idea was to introduce permanent death. But this was seen by the staff as going too far.
What, making a Dark Souls Iron Man?
I mean, I don't know if I could do a Demon Souls one life run, but
Okay,
I pulled that up just because of the comment about great man model of history of Miyazaki and Dark Souls. I would edit that slightly to say the issue there is not with the great man model of history, because I think this is more the issues of auteur theory for art analysis. The idea that like all artwork has a central principal artist that provides the vision, which is a useful model primarily for communication, but not a whole lot else sometimes. It depends. With Miyazaki and Demon Souls, it is definitely a weird thing, because this game was already slightly underway by the time he was brought on, but it was viewed by From Software as a dead project, and they stuck him on there to give him something to do, and they were like, just do whatever. We have assets, make a game out of it, do whatever you want. And the team he put together did basically whatever they wanted, except for permanent death. He was not able to get that one through. God, imagine the landscape of video games if he did get that one through.
That would...
Video games today would actually look significantly different, because there's no way in hell...
It's up here, right?
Yeah, you can get there this way by doing like the drop down.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I must have misunderstood the question, just because like I thought that, Blair, you were talking about the great man theory as like a storytelling method of like, this is a story about like a single person ascending, changing like a story about like a solitary figure like changing the world, but that might not be what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think they're worth distinguishing, though, because the problems with auteur theory are entirely separate from the problems with great man theory.
Yeah.
Especially because I can't think of a historical case where it would ever be true. Auteur theory has a little bit more going for it, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know about auteur theory, like, there's at least, like, I don't know, there's, you can look at auteur theory's history and, like, find a, like, understanding, not necessarily that justifies why it's good, but, like, at least helps to make sense of why it exists. You know?
Well, because auteur theory wasn't that, like, every artwork has, like, a single individual. It's, like, the idea that an artwork to be good needs an auteur vision. There needs to be, like, an author that has a vision somewhere along the line. Like, it cannot be factory line produced and be art. There has to be some sort of overriding vision there. And this might change how anyone feels about it, but the auteur theory was developed by the French.
Fucking French. Yeah.
The fucking French, the French film critics, Cacheur du Cinema film critics, Truffaut and Godard and all those guys. Um, and they were looking at like Hitchcock and John Ford and these different directors, and then comparing them to like factory line stuff. Like, why does a Hitchcock movie made in the same studio as like some generic other thriller just hit so much harder? That was sort of the question there. You deal 3 more damage with the wing spear. The crescent falchion's pretty
fucking
good.
Nuts. I'm sorry.
And you just found that.
I didn't realize that the difference was that minor. Alright, there we go. I don't know. I don't know. I like the growing appreciation for the idea of like art as a collaborative process. I think that that's like a positive way to think about it. I have a lot of struggles with this. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think that's also a historical thing too, because auteur theory was developed at a time when like the French cinema and American film was very industrialized, very factory line.
Mm-hmm.
And really to kind of get to where we need we kind of needed the pornography of the individual artist to develop the art form in a way from a historical perspective, because before we got to that point, it was like factory line, factory line, factory line, work for hire, work for hire, work for hire. There was minimal artfulness to the process from a studio end. And to get like the breakthrough of the 70s, the 60s and 70s, to break away from highly industrialized art manufacturing, we kind of needed that theory in that historical moment to sort of salvage mainstream art. Welcome to A Fight.
Huh. Okay.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then to his head,
Fell.
right?
Now get his head. It's just like Tower Knight.
Huh. Okay.
Blueberries in my coffee. While you're having fun with this, I'm going to continue yapping.
Yeah, please. I want to talk about film theory, but I'm a little bit...
I think it's telling that auteur theory as a term is most heavily deployed in mediums that don't usually end up being made by singular people. Don't know enough about it, though. Well, I mean, and that's sort of the nature of it. In auteur theory is entirely meaningless in a... You would never develop that in a medium that is made solely by one person, like a book.
Mm-hmm.
It really was an attempt to understand why some Hollywood movies especially were better than others. And then the critics that were doing this noticed the trend that, like, okay, you end up looking at every film directed by Hitchcock is like way better than, pick some generic like MGM factory line production. What is that? Where they made the mistake, I think, in the end, was that they solely credited the director. And, I mean, if you're looking at someone like Hitchcock, yeah, you're probably going to make that mistake very easily. But you can't obviously discredit like the contributions of, like, I don't know, Bernard Herrmann and his music for Psycho. Because Hitchcock had this knack for taking just some of the most dog shit scripts ever, like Psycho, and turning them into what they were. But obviously, someone like him or Kubrick or uh, these sort of like highly mad, highly meticulous artists are going to be like at the very extreme end of it.
Right.
Um, Art as a collaborative process is obviously much closer to the truth, um, as much as there is a truth. And that's sort of the problem with theory, is that theory's very historical dependent. Auteur theory makes perfect sense for the era it came out of. It does not make as much sense now to view film history through the lens of auteur theory. But if you're in the 50s, it was the only way to fix all the fucking bullshit in the studio system from a critical perspective. So,
Yeah.
Bopper, I've seen your letterboxd. How have you seen so many damn movies? It's because I've been tracking it for over 10 years now.
Bopper, I have two questions for you, actually. Question number
Yes.
one, uh, I can make an offering here for 20,000 souls. I shouldn't do that,
Oh.
right?
I would not
Oh,
recommend
no,
it.
2,500. Never mind. I don't know what that does.
I think one of the advantages, though, the advantage today that auteur theory has with something like Demon Souls is that I do think that Dark Souls is elevated somewhat by us having just just this hilarious meme face to put on it with Miyazaki
Hmm.
instead of just like corporation. Um, Video games sort of run this opposite problem where really a lot of collaborative art has this problem of like you say Hidetaka Miyazaki made Dark Souls. You say From Software made Dark Souls. From Software to credit like From Software generally would be once more accurate,
Mm.
but then I think emotionally for me it makes it feel like this is corporate product. Like there's an emotional value and a connection to like having like a face and a person there. Like both
Yeah.
ends are reductive. And that's where it's like difficult because like if we were to list out the credits of Demon Souls all the way down, I do like having at least some like sort of human face there that isn't just like From Software, the business that wants to make money, or
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, the studio that wants to delete movies for tax write-offs.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you. I think that, like, I think that there's definitely a balance to be struck here, but, like, it is very easy. I mean, God, look at what's happening recently, with like Nintendo. Nintendo's been outsourcing development of like a lot of their games recently to parties that they don't name in any meaningful way. Right?
Right.
The new Princess Peach game wasn't developed in house by Nintendo, but they didn't tell us who the person who like was responsible for making it was. Right? And I think that goes a little bit beyond like simple like a simple discussion of like auteur theory, as much as like there is a balance between like
Mm-hmm.
how we understand the creation of collaborative art, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, my second question was the adjudicator a real fight?
I'm glad you asked because
Because
the adjudicator is the worst.
I feel like I got punked, but like
The adjudicator fight's the worst fight in the game, probably. Because at once there's nothing to it, but it's not even like cool.
mm-hmm.
Like the the Tower Knight is cool, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you've got a lot of souls. Did you level up?
I did.
Okay. So oh, you've got 5,000 souls. If you're planning to run in here and like potentially die, I would at least like invest those into some healing or something.
Oh yeah, I
That's
should probably
something
do
because you
invest
can get
in
like
this.
you could get 10 more half moon grasses for that.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. That's
I am
25
so
Lateman
sorry,
grass,
Flamler.
right?
Yeah, you've actually. Oh, Demon Souls remake sucks ass.
Oh, it does?
Wow.
Why?
Okay, they capped it. You can only carry 25 of each healing item in the game. See, when this game was good on 2009 PlayStation 3, you could carry 99 of each. Which,
I guess I have to be good now.
yeah, oh my god, you have healing in reserve, like in stockpile, Thomas. This is crazy.
Yeah, that goes hard.
Yeah, stuffed inside stockpile Thomas. Um, you really liked the block novel Psycho, but you were way younger and never read a pulp novel before. Blueberries, you might be the first person ever to say they liked the novel Psycho. I've never read it, so I can't comment on it, but I've never heard anything good, even by like pulp enthusiasts. And I like pulp. I love Jim Thompson, as a random example. Um, no plans to read Psycho though.
Huh. I've definitely not read Psycho. Have I
Psycho
seen
has a
Psycho?
weird.
I feel like
You
I
have
must
seen it or you have not?
I'm asking myself. I can't remember. I feel like I must have. But it
Psycho's
could
like
also...
so famous that like
Yeah.
everyone has seen enough of it to where it's like becomes a question in your head of like, have I seen it or not?
Yeah, like I could probably recount to you point by point what happens in it, but I don't know if that means that I've seen it. You
The
know?
problem with Psycho is that the ending is borderline woke.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
What happened to the game I love?
because the ending, the last like 5-6 minutes of Psycho might be the worst directing that Hitchcock ever did in his entire career.
What, where they like artlessly explain like what happened, like how
Yeah.
the mother personality and everything?
Yeah, because
pretty-
but
yeah.
but the woke part, the woke part is that like I was watching it and I was like I was waiting for it because I was like, oh no, they're gonna say something like we're already dealing with kind of a sketchy plot. Now we're adding in that this is the '60s. Oh no, they're gonna say something, and they like go out of their way to have the psychologist be like, no, you have to understand, like cross dressing or being trans in '60s language. Is not a problem. The problem was that he's a fucking lunatic who murdered people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is woke.
Yeah, what happened to the game I love? Ugh. I don't know. I kind of I liked the ContraPoints video on J.K. Rowling where she just kind of explained that like one of the worst things that has happened to like trans discourse is that Psycho and Silence of the Lamb are like two of the best movies ever made, and
Yeah.
like it has just kind of ruined our capacity to have meaningful discourse. But also like interestingly enough for the both of those properties, like both of them do have scenes where they like very explicitly go, now hold on, like we're not saying
Yeah.
that trans people be like this. We're
Whoa,
just
whoa. Lizard.
I'm trying.
No.
I'm
No,
trying.
no. There was no way to go faster. This
I was
sucks.
holding down the speed up button.
This game sucks.
You know, but
Were you
like,
holding
yeah.
it down and the control stick at the same time?
Yes.
Go. Can you go back to the ladder? Actually,
Yeah.
can I test one thing?
I mean, there's gonna be enemies here who's gonna try to kill me. Is the problem?
Fuck. Yeah. You know what? Just go. I'll remember it for the next ladder.
Yeah.
I think maybe you zip down them if you hold circle, but let go of the control stick.
Oh. Okay.
The Dark Souls games is inconsistent about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Silence of the Lambs not for the first time, but for the first time in a very, very long time. The most recent I had seen it before that was on like an old 1997 DVD that was letterboxed and pillarboxed and 240p. So
Nice.
truly the optimal Silence of the Lambs experience. That movie's really great. I also think it probably did more damage than Psycho, I would say. Watching both of them fairly close to each other in terms of people's capacity to be fucking come like J.K. Rowling, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, because like nobody remembers in recollecting Silence of the Lambs and Psycho like the scenes where they're like, no, it's not that they're trans, it's that they were a fucking freak, right?
Yeah, and honestly, with Psycho, I'll probably let you focus on Flame Lurker here. Silence of the Lambs, I feel like, is more kind of deliberately like a negative portrayal, whereas Psycho's like this guy has like it's the split personality. It isn't.
Yeah.
because they say like, no, this guy's not like he's not trans. He has a split personality, and also he murders people. That's your real problem.
Yeah.
He murdered like 6 people.
Flame marker.
Great William Faulkner short story called Rose for Emily, where they find her dead with the corpse that she's been living with for 25 years.
Shit.
Bopper, did I make any student films? I did not. I did not go to film school for production. I only went for theory and history
Nice.
because I wanted to make sure my my degree could not get me a job.
Yeah. No transferable skills onto YouTube.
No, I had to get lucky with YouTube, and then also I used YouTube as a way to kind of do my films anyway, kind of.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to know why I have long, weird sections sometimes, like when Boyd gets killed multiple times in Path of Radiance no player phase.
That's interesting. I kind of wish that I went to film school, if only to just like learn anything at all about like how to edit and put together a goddamn piece of footage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm glad that we both have like converged as people who have like gone into some kind of art field in college, but like the culmination of that was in not having any like transferable skills into easy
Flame Lurker.
fucking easy game.
I know I interrupted what you were saying, but this was momentous.
You were right. You said the moment that one of these things fell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the moment that one of these things clicked, like the rest would start to fall in short order. And here we are.
Yeah.
4-1 done, 2-2 done.
How about 2-3?
Easy video game.
You ready for 2-3?
I don't know, Bopper. Am I ready for 2-3?
I would go level up with your Flame Lurker shit first.
Yeah.
And then I would try.
Sure, I'll try 2-3. God, this game really is kind of the sink or swim of, It's 18, right? Is the threshold for the shield?
14 was the threshold for the shield.
14?
Yeah, but you don't need to ever use it. It's a shitty shield.
Oh, whoops.
It's a shitty shield for everything except for its passive buff. So at this point, like, I would be pumping HP.
Yeah.
Matt.
Okay.
I mean, and you can't go wrong with any
you're right.
anyway.
Oh my God.
Or Dex.
No, I was just doing this so that way I could bring this into 5-1 and actually use it to like rebuff the little guys. Because I'm assuming that it could probably do that the same way.
It can do that now. It does not have 100% damage reduction though, which is why it sucks for the shield its size. It's really the passive. That's great. It's still better than your like little rinky-dink shield.
Yeah. Let's get some HP in the
just get big HP. We love big HP. Yeah. Also, big news. You killed Flame Lurker while in human form, so you did not lose world tendency.
Oh my God, you're right.
3,000 souls.
I've lost.
Buy grass.
I've lost the capacity to knock a -1 down somewhere.
Looks like, damn, forgot to kill myself today.
Yeah.
Cobb Cannon screaming 2-3. I think everybody who's played this game wants 2-3.
Does that mean I have to give the people what they want?
Give the people what they want. 2-3, 2-3.
We're giving the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, what were we just talking? Oh, we were talking about like our respective art backgrounds. Yeah, like I don't know. I went in for like playwriting and acting, and I don't think that any of those skills have transferred meaningfully in my own YouTube videos. I don't think I come off as particularly dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty.
Huh. Current activity, dead Flame Lurker.
It's just a... Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I don't know how I feel about that.
So the third stage of each Demon Souls level is a super boss.
Wait, a super boss or just a boss?
They call them archdemons.
Okay.
So
So, I'm...
sadly, you can't get that unless you have pure white world tendency. Now, that item there, you're not going to miss it because you're not doing a strength build.
Okay.
It is the Dragon Bone Smasher. It is the Berserk Guts reference sword in the game. Oof.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
Adjudicator's the most boring fight in the game.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the stupidest fight in the game.
Okay. I kind of want to take a second pass at it. Oh. Forgot about the cling ring.
Yeah. You don't need the flame resistance anymore.
I
so.
kind of want to take a second pass at it.
Yeah.
If only...
What's the other ring you have on? You have cling ring.
The HP regen.
Oh, you have the regenerator ring.
Yeah, I'm stacking HP regen.
This filthy bitch vigor's crazy. I love it. I love a big meaty health bar. I love playing Dark Souls 3 and getting the health bar just go all the way across.
Yeah, that's what you want. Okay. I want to take a second pass at it because I want to actually see what the mechanics of this fight are.
You might want to look at the boss, yeah.
Like, I can see that I can see as a big dragon. Love the big dragon. But like that, like I got hit by...
His fist. He punched.
Okay.
He punched you again.
Oh my god, I'm still alive.
Wow, this is disgusting. Oh yeah, ballista. We love a ballista. Operate it.
Nice. Ooh, look at this guy.
This is the guy from the intro cinematic.
Oh shit, we're fighting an intro cinematic guy?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is probably the most hated boss in the game because the intro cinematic guy, I remember seeing him in 2009. I was like, this is the coolest guy that has ever lived. And this is the fight.
Oh, I see how much damage I've done to him. Oh, okay, I know what this is. This is, the one evil tree fight in Dark Souls. Right?
Evil tree.
I don't know if it's an evil tree. It's the... Oh. Maybe I did need that fire. Maybe I did need that fire resist.
maybe you did. Anyways,
I can do this, actually. I'm
Bed
sorry.
of Chaos?
Bed of Chaos.
Chat's putting out
yeah,
Bed of Chaos.
That's the one.
Some guy, world tendency is that if you kill a boss, you get positive world tendency, and if you die in human form, you get negative world tendency, and at the extreme ends, you have special events happen in the... So at pure black world tendency, the enemies are stronger. They're more black phantoms. They're black phantoms that invade. But you also get more souls, and you get better item drops. At pure white world tendency, you tend to get like some other really good items. Enemies are weaker, but you get less souls and worse item drop rates. There's deep...
Dragon God walked so that ceaseless discharge can jump off of a cliff.
So, I guess I'll just say it because you're going to beat your head into the wall probably for the rest of the game.
Okay.
This is a stealth fight, if you've not noticed.
A stealth fight?
This is a stealth fight. So...
Okay,
The
you have
mechanics of
my interest.
You will not beat him the way you're going.
Okay.
Because you've got everything down as far as the pathing goes.
Uh-huh.
You need to your camera on his big fat fucking head
Okay.
and watch him and run from cover to cover so that he does not punch the living shit out of you.
Okay. So he can see me now.
Yeah. If he's got red eyes, he sees you.
That was a one shot.
Yeah, that's like if you die at the tutorial. So if you beat Vanguard,
Uh-huh.
you walk. If you beat Vanguard in the tutorial, you walk into Dragon God's boss arena immediately after, and he just one-shots you in a cutscene. So your
That's really
reward
funny.
for killing Vanguard is getting obliterated by Dragon God.
Okay.
I like the Ceaseless Discharge fight, though, Anton. If anything, it's because Ceaseless Discharge is the greatest name for a boss ever.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll always remember one YouTuber
So-
that
He can't see me now
right.
because his eyes are yellow.
Yeah. So then, like, you'll notice he's like gonna sway his head in different parts of the arena. So like now he's looking over there. Now's your time to like try to go and kick your way through these broken pillars and get to like the next big piece of cover.
Okay. Okay, so I need to figure out where the cover is.
Yeah. Any standing pillar that you can like cleanly get behind.
Okay.
But yeah, Anton, it was one YouTuber that referred to Ceaseless Discharge as his name literally meaning unending relief of load. And ever since then, I've loved Ceaseless Discharge.
Okay. So
He's got kind of a sad
run,
story.
hide here. Is Ceaseless Discharge from Demon Souls?
Dark Souls 1.
Have I fought that boss? That has to be after.
It's a boss immediately after Quaylag.
Immediately after Quaylag. Okay. Okay, I'm struggling to make sense of this. Just a little bit. Because I thought that I was exposed, so I had to run to the next piece of cover. But the moment that I started running, he punched me.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. This boss might actually legitimately annoy me. Not because the mechanics are stupid, or like that it's not a real fight or whatever, who cares? But it's because, like, I know that there's a trick to this, and I'm feeling very distinctly that I don't know how to actually do it.
No, you're doing it.
See, like, I'm not sure what happened.
At least you got your heal spell for when you're behind cover. No, the Dragon God. This fight sucks. It mechanically sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to say it. This is a shit fight.
Right? So, like,
I never thought to run back. In my whole life, I never thought to do that. That was genius.
thank you. He should be able to see me.
Yeah, if you...
Like, no, like, literally right now. He should be able to see me.
This game is bad.
Oof.
This is very, Tony Lazzuto-esque right now.
I beg your
Must have
pardon?
been my imagination. I think I saw something. Must have been my imagination.
Okay. So...
So right there, yeah.
Okay.
Thick pillars.
Okay, so the next one is going to be tricky because it's going to... That's a much farther walk, right?
Yeah.
See, but that's the issue, isn't it? Like, I step out of line once and he can see me. missing?
As one, I don't know. It's just once he turns to the left, like that, I usually just go. Must have been my imagination. God, this sucks. I don't know if you can break the pillars from long range, Speedy. I don't think you can, because I think I've tried it before. Because I thought that was, I was like, oh, this is a neat trick, and it didn't work.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. The problem with this fight, I'm seeing what it is now. It's that it's taking the wing spear 3 slashes to break the broken pillars.
Okay, is there something that I can do in less?
Yeah, and this sucks because I think you'll need a strength weapon that you can two-hand to smash through.
Can I
And
sell
I'm
the
not
Adjudicator
sure.
Soul?
I mean, I don't know. You might as well just what weapons do you have on you? Do you have any?
I got like I have a Dragon Longsword, I have the Crescent Falchion, and then like that's it. Should I try the?
Have you
Dragon
tried
Longsword?
have you tried a heavy attack on
I
a
can try
that might one-shot it.
two-handed.
This is what the Dragon God experience is like. How can we maximize destroying broken pillars?
Yeah, it's a really good part of the game's like design philosophy.
When
Okay.
you look it up on Reddit, everyone's like, shoot the Dragon Bone Smash. It's in the level. It's like, oh, well, you know, have you tried World Tendency?
Yeah, Bopper, have you tried World Tendency?
This is my least favorite fight in the whole game, by the way. Like, this is peak trash. This is not peak trash for the whole series. That is still probably Bed of Chaos or one of those random. So usually, like, I'll like watch him like this, and then when he turns, I'll just rotate the camera over so I can see where I'm running, and then just bolt and heavy attack and just whoa, get me out of here! Like try to roll my way to wherever I need to get, because eventually it all works out.
Okay. So it's to the next big pillar that I'm trying to go for, right?
Right.
Which is this one.
Just right there, yeah. Retrieve soul. Nice. 0.
I did it.
We love Dragon God. Shit.
I don't like that all of a sudden he's decided that he can one-shot me, because I feel
He
like
wasn't
before
doing
that I
that
was
before.
taking at least one hit.
I wonder if you can block his fist. Like, if that would reduce the damage in any way. He probably breaks through your shield, I'm sure, but...
Yeah, but if I one-hand my spear, then...
So, you don't really get a whole lot of anything out of beating 2-3. You will have to beat this eventually. But do not feel
I
upset
want to do
if
it now, like, because this isn't an issue of like I lack the equipment or like the levels or the stats or whatever. It is literally just I gotta learn how to do this. Oh, that's bad.
Hold the block. Oh, nice. He just straight whiffed. You are right, Cobb Cannon. This will let you go to 1-3 for better heal grinding.
Yeah.
I think the most infuriating part of this for both you and me, I would imagine, is that your run before you knew what was happening was the best one.
Oh yeah, no, the run that I did before. Yeah, I was like on a hot streak where I like got all the way to the thing and.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Bad.
Must have been my imagination.
Ugh. Ugh. This fight. See, but this is the thing, right? Like, now I just want it done, right? Like,
Yeah. You're
there
gonna get impatient.
there is no, like, secret cool way to do this, right?
Block, block. Oh. I don't. Were you blocking, or did he just like do random
For
range
some
damage?
reason, yeah, for some reason, that one didn't
Instantly annihilate
instantly
you.
kill me. Okay, but the path should be open to the thing, right?
Yeah, I think once he looks the other way, you can just make a break for it.
This should be another pillar, right?
Yeah. On the, I don't think he can actually get you on the ballista top places, but don't take my word for it.
Yeah, listen. I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to do what I can here. You know.
Blueberries. I'm starting to see the problem. They psych you up for a Shadow of the Colossus fight, but what you're actually doing is Tornado Tunyon from Mega Man X7. That is a great metaphor, I assume, because I never played Mega Man X7 or Mega Man X.
So I
2
should
through
be
6.
safe here. He can't see me, right?
Yeah, you're safe here. It's once you get back to where you have to start smashing through pillars.
Okay.
Props to the guy who reloads the ballista between attempts.
Yeah, that's got to be a shit job, man.
Just shoot him. If that were me personally, I wouldn't reload the ballista. I'd fire the ballista.
Okay, this should work, right?
Mm-hmm.
This cover. Okay, so it's that one.
Yeah, that's
gonna
covered.
suck, right?
Right. It's this part. Get there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This is actually scary as fuck. You kind of get into the mindset of what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out when is which way do I want him to look? Probably not this way, right?
I don't know.
It just seems like there's no good ways to look. So I think,
There's no good.
must have been my imagination.
It's been my imagination.
Okay, that column there should be safe though, right?
That is a safe column.
And that one up there should be safe too, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't tell if it's blocked or not by a pillar.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Must have been my imagination.
Who goes there? Huh? Nobody.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No wonder I've always had so much trouble on this fight. I never thought to go back to the previous pillar. I'd always like just dead leg, just go, go, go.
Oh, the greed. Oh, the greed. Oh, the greed. Oh, the greed.
The greed was worth it. It's worth every penny. It's worth every penny. Lizard.
Yeah, listen, the lizard can wait.
You can get him after the fight anyway.
Yeah. Because that should be it, right? No, it's gonna be one more, isn't it?
I didn't say anything. Do you have Soul Ray on you by chance still? Or Soul Arrow? Get the lizard. Get the lizard. Yes.
Okay. I'm... Okay. Bopper, if I run down there and try to hit him, he's gonna eat me, right?
Well, I wish it was that funny.
Okay. Is it that I literally can't reach him?
No, you can reach him. It's that his breath does damage.
Really?
Jesus Christ. You... You can probably withstand enough to like get in there, um, but also there's no crime in playing it completely safe.
Is that it? Oh my god.
One more.
Just die, man.
No. Oh my God! You were walking so close to that edge before he had been vanquished.
Woo!
Demon's God, Dragon's God trophy. Well, it's just like I said. I guess I really was right because now all of a sudden 3 bosses have fallen in very quick order.
To be fair, one of those bosses was an incredible gimmick fight. The other boss was the Dragon God. Oh, shit.
Oh, Dragon God. Getting folded with the worst fights of the game. You have obtained the soul of an archdemon. The thick, colorless fog shall oppress you no more. So 1-3 is now goable. If you go back to 2-1 to the smithing grounds, you can actually give Flame Lurker's soul to the blacksmith there, and you can do all the special kinds of upgrades now, like for the flame and the crescent.
2-1, you said?
Weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, alright. The other one was the Adjudicator. I mean, I was trying to say that the Adjudicator was a gimmick boss, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like that's almost too much respect for Adjudicator.
Adjudicator doesn't even deserve jokes. Calling the Flame Lurker a dumb gimmick fight. Honestly, the Flame Lurker is kind of the gimmick fight.
How do I give
It's the guy at the bottom. You ride the elevator down.
Oh.
Like in the door. Like to turn back around.
Oh, right.
Like go into that little broken down hut, and then you just ride the elevator down.
Sorry. You were saying?
Yeah.
I was saying
Considering the
about
way the bosses
Adjudicator,
in this
but-
game are, Flame Lurker might be a gimmick fight because he's like one of the 2 bosses you have to actually fight.
That's fair. Yeah, so what was that? That was Adjudicator, Flame Lurker, Dragon God.
Dragon God. So
And
that's
then
3.
I'm off to 1-3, right?
So I would say
How do I give
I think you talk. You click the talk option, and you just sort of just cycle this until he takes it.
Huh.
I guess he doesn't want it. Well,
Oh.
eventually he'll accept it.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, and these use different types, so like you don't have to worry about upgrading the Dragon Longsword too. It's not going to overlap with anything else. Same with the Crescent Falchion.
Holy shit, you're right. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
but,
you're short 1 for each of those, but still that. Now you're going into 5-1 with a further upgraded Dragon Longsword.
Yeah. You think I should do 5-1 instead of 1-3?
I would recommend that.
Okay. How bad of a boss could 1-3 be?
I know what the boss
I
of
missed
1-3
my
is
stop.
called, and I'm very excited for it. It isn't so much that 1-3 has a tough boss. 1-3 is tough.
Okay. Oh, it's not
I
just a
wouldn't
boss
go-
stage?
I would not go so far as to say that 1-3 is it's not just a boss stage.
Oh, okay.
1-3 and 1-4 are just straight levels.
Why is it that way for them, but not for...
Because Boletarian Palace is it's lore important and it's cool. So
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
if you
Wait,
want
so
a
I can
second
just go
armored
back
fighter
to-
fight,
to-
Big Poppy.
I can go here to 2-4? It doesn't do anything?
Yeah, you
Like,
can warp all over now.
I guess it just
or
doesn't-
you've been able to.
There's just nothing here to...
There's nothing here unless you get your world tendency all the way up. I'd go back to the Nexus though and just level up all them souls.
I was just gonna walk into the lava.
Oh, just for fun.
Yeah. So wait, is World 2 my first completed
World 2 is your first fully completed level.
holy shit.
And 5-1 is still there, still calling out.
I gotta be able to do 5-1 at this point. Come on.
Especially after you get these levels. I mean, the only problem is going to be that big guy.
I kind of want to just keep on pumping vitality, but I feel I would like to do more damage.
Well, your stats aren't going to affect Dragon Longsword 5-1.
You're right.
So if you're thinking strictly immediate 5-1 future, just pumping vitality might be your best.
Yeah, I think you're right about
And now you have a lot more physical defense. What did the cat do? Nothing. Big Poppy just showed up.
Big Poppy? Big Poppy, hi. And then while I'm at it, I can buy a little bit. I can buy a little bit from Patches.
He is the stupidest motherfucker I have ever met. Anybody in chat that has cats, are your cats unintelligent? Because this one is.
I mean, is Poppy an orange cat?
He is orange. Both my cats are orange cats.
Like,
that's the problem.
Yeah.
See, Poppy, they have deep lore about your kind. Come here. Come here, you little rat.
All right, 5-1. Let's fucking
go. So that you can purr box for everybody.
Ooh, I'd like that. Like, now I gotta be able to just breeze through this, right?
I hope so.
It'd be really embarrassing if I just keep on getting my ass handed to me on this.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you got...
Oh yeah, that's a one-handed two hit.
2 slash, yeah.
Yeah. I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna pop this.
2 stack.
I mean...
Look at your HP bar. It actually just straight up filled up between enemies.
Yeah, like... I broke my shield. Stance broke me. Ugh.
The Adjudicator shield goes hard, and it... Oh my god, for 5-2, it's so good. Five two is going to be its own just stream.
Really?
Oh.
That bad?
I don't think 5-2 is the worst level that From Software has ever made. I think the snow level in Dark Souls 2's DLC is probably worse. But it's up there. Hey, look, this has been a no damage run so far.
Yeah, this is filthy. Double stacking
regen is wild.
Yeah.
Big Poppy, meow, merp, or squeak. I'm trying to
figure out how to explain it.
Yeah, he does the bird chirp sometimes. He likes to do that.
Oh, yeah.
That's when he's trying to talk to you. But his meow is sort of like a...
That didn't get entirely picked up by Discord. But, like, what we got was perfect, so thank you very much.
Come here, Big Poppy, dumbass man. Oh, he's a big boy now. Come here, hot dog. He long boy now. Are you long? Is it true? Are you long, kitty? Oh, he's licking. He gonna start biting soon, I'm sure. Get away from me. Get away! Get away! He's still less than a year old, so he's still like just the worst guy you've ever met. Unless he's not your cat, then he's the best guy you've ever met.
Right. Like, if I were to visit, Big Poppy would be...
splendid.
Yeah.
See, because every person's horribly behaved, horribly misbehaving critter pet is like the best guy ever when they're not yours.
Yeah. I mean, that was the running joke with when I was living with my friends, my previous roommates. Like, they had a cat who is like a real like reclusive grouch, and is like kind of nasty.
Yeah.
And like I befriended that cat in like 30 minutes or something. Because, you know, that's how it is.
Big Poppy's friendly. The problem is that, like, with me, he likes to do this thing where he just comes up and then just starts biting me
Yeah,
because he gets bored sometimes with his
that's
cat
good.
toys. Like, right now, he's being a huge disturbance, knocking over shit off my desk, trying to roll over, trying to show his belly. That's sweet, but like, can you do it on the floor, please, sir? Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to jinx nothing, but like, even the damage you're taking is like,
Notably less, yeah.
yeah, like level ups in Demon Souls are disgustingly important in a way they're not in other Souls games.
Yeah, I'm kind of noticing it. Like, honestly, to be fair, like, it is not just the damage reduction that is, like, carrying me through this. Like, I'm stacked with gear at this point.
Yeah.
I have some of the, like, I have double regen going. I have a +2 fire longsword. Like, just really have some demonstrating some real filth on the build here.
Yeah.
I say
I'll have to
about to
double
die,
check the
but
speed run route. Is this the hardest game to level 1 run? No, I don't think so because level 1 run in Demon Souls gives you the royalty class because it's the only one that starts at level 1. And level 1's still
that's
going to be
filthy.
it's still going to be real tough. But equipment in Demon Souls is very, very good. Shit like the Adjudicator Shield just helps so much. The speedrun route for Demon Souls is so weird. Like, this is how important equipment is. You go into levels to grab items and then leave the levels to go to other levels to actually beat them first. Instead of just beating the level, you grab the items on, because I think one of the first things you do is you go into 4-1 and you just run past everything to get the Crescent Falchion because stats don't matter for the Crescent Falchion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can annihilate 5-1, 4-1, and like 1-2. Once you get access to, so you beat 1-1 and then you go. I'm actually gonna look it up because I remember the routing is weird for a game that is like just Mega Man. I guess the Mega Man thing does make sense comparison because it's, you get certain equipment and powers in Mega Man and it's like, wow, this game is for children now.
Yeah, I
I
guess
would I wouldn't know. I can't actually beat those games because
I've
I,
never
I
played a
still
Mega
wear
Man game.
diapers.
Okay. Sorry, I like went quiet here. All right, it's
That's
the big
fine.
boy
I'm trying to
time,
figure out
right? This is the big wall.
This is big guy. Now this has been no damage run so far.
All right.
I
Just gotta
guess the
figure
thing
out.
here to keep in mind is that there's so many enemies that just flood.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably worth like baiting out these guys that jump up from the top first
yeah
and
I want
killing
to
them before engaging big dude.
see if I can, because I was able to do that before,
It's like
right?
you got to run into like this little niche here. Big Poppy is an innovator. He solves problems like having not tasted flesh recently enough. Thanks, thanks, Lord Pent. Um, Big Poppy is a super genius.
Yeah.
Um, right now he's curled up in a ball underneath the dresser, waiting to attack me when I walk past the dresser.
Yeah, that's creative problem solving.
He might be onto something because I'm thirsty and want to go grab a drink, but I have to walk past him underneath the dresser.
All right,
He
Bopper,
he saw he saw the Dragon God fight.
am I pulling him out, or am I trying to meet him where he is?
You're gonna be pulling like Hojo, so you get him over here.
That's a shocking amount of damage. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Okay, he did like no damage to you
He
that
did no
time.
damage to me. Uh, I obliterated him. Holy Jesus Christ.
I don't know what happened, honestly. I feel like I over exaggerated when I was like how important like just getting a few levels and like some of the items in this game are, but like they're
Yeah, there's the
honestly
proof.
comedy.
I wiped the floor with that guy.
I can't wait for 5-2 when there's like 5 of them in one fight.
Don't talk to me about that.
Dark Souls, Dark Souls,
I love Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls.
Um. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's these fuckers again? Okay, fine.
You're like, I don't even care that they're gonna poison me. You have double HP regen.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Easy. Oh, the fucking bridge.
Well, it used to be a problem. I love these guys giving 19 souls apiece.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab me a drink. I'm gonna brave Big Poppy. I'm scared though. Okay, I stuck around to watch that. I saw a big guy jump and I was like, I'm going for it. I gotta watch it.
Nah, I got
And I
this.
was like, green, green, green.
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty comfortable. Like, I know that that means that, like, any moment everything's gonna come collapsing. Because this is Demon Souls, and that's just kind of how it is. But, I don't know. So far, so good. Whew. Taking a moment here to stretch a bit. Check up with chat. I'm not very good at keeping up with chat while I'm doing Demon Souls. It's just such a strong rope. Yeah, clearly. Gonna wait for Bopper to see me step in for the first time. Honestly, I think I'm crushing it. I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good. How about you all, chat? How's everyone doing this fine evening? As I delve through the depths of 5-1. How's the water intake? I should probably actually get some water. I have some water here, and I have not thought to hydrate. Oof. Since I've been gaming so hard, thank you, some guy. Listen, depending on how this goes, this could very well be the fourth boss this stream that I take out. And, you know, I don't
Okay.
know. Oh, okay, you're back.
I
Hi.
am back and I've been mauled, but it's okay because I
Oh,
have water. Thanks, Poppy.
we love Big Poppy.
Yes, we do.
All right, boss time.
Apparently. Oh no.
Oh, I don't like this. Ugh.
Resident Evil 5. Um,
Ugh.
this looks like a Resident Evil 5 boss.
Yeah.
Did you know Resident Evil
Leechmonger.
5 and
Ugh.
Demon Souls came out at the same day? This boss is funny. It's terrible. Not really. Kind of? Nah.
What are my odds, Bopper, on one-shotting this thing?
Mm, not horrible. Not horrible. I think your odds are quite a bit better than zero. Um, I think with the Adjudicator Shield and the Regen Ring, probably pretty good.
Well, I've been leeched, and I don't really appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't remember how you're supposed to actually take them off. Okay, they just come off eventually.
They come off now? Sorry.
Ooh. Just make
You
sure
know
to
what?
get your big healing ready.
Yeah. Oh.
And just
I don't like that.
uh, I would two-hand against this bastard.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know if
one,
you can really
yeah,
block
but
anything.
two. Seemed like I wasn't able to, like, get a whole lot of, healing done.
Problem is that he regen, or he has regeneration too.
That's fine.
When you do this on this run, I will tell you the cheese strat. It's really funny.
Oh.
But don't worry, you can't do it. You don't have the equipment.
Okay, I was gonna say, like,
Why would you need to cheese this guy?
yeah.
Well, howdy do. There's 4 bosses in one stream.
Things you can monger: cheese, fish, fear, war, leeches. Some of your friends are giving you a
Oh.
PS4 in anticipation of their PS5. Aw, nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Blueberries. If you need game recommendations, let me tell you. Bloodborne.
Yeah, Bloodborne. Yeah, I gotta play.
There's
Bopper, we're gonna stream all of the Soul series, right?
yes.
Okay. Like,
I
not
just was having
back to back to back
flashbacks
to
of
back,
Bloodborne.
but, you know.
The hardest Souls game is the first one you beat.
Yeah, because I want to play. I want to get good at Bloodborne.
Dark Souls 1 will be like you feel like you're playing Adventures of Cookies and Cream after playing Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have to join for some Dark Souls 2 if I ever do Kanos Souls, which now I really want to
Please.
do. I really
Please,
want
I
to
would
stream
love
Dark
to.
Souls 2 now. Because I want to play Dark Souls. I'm like watching Demon Souls and I can't get my hands on it. It makes me but yeah, Blueberries, there's a ton of good games. I love the PS4. PS4 is a fantastic
PS4 is
machine.
such a good system.
Like the PS5, I'm gonna be honest. PS5, we can make jokes all day about PS5's like dog shit library of exclusives. It is a fantastic, just overall package machine because it's completely backwards compatible with PS4 and is 4K Blu-ray player. It runs nice. It is a nice console. I would recommend if you Bloodborne, obviously, Elden Ring. Did here's the thing, Blueberries. You can play every single From Software game
I was about to say, like,
almost on PS4. The
uh,
only Souls game that's not available on PS4 is Demon Souls.
and the PS5 is backwards compatible with every PS4 game except for like 5 titles total.
Yeah, 5 the fucked up emulation, but you can PS5 you can play every Souls game plus Sekiro.
Hey, Bopper, I have a question. Where do we go now?
Well, you have left is 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, and then the respective archdemons. You have 1-3.
And 1-3,
as
which
well.
you're still telling me to hold off on.
1-3 might actually be doable at this point. You could go 1-3. You could go 3-2 would probably be what I would recommend next.
Yeah, I've already kind of done a little bit
Because
of work in 3-2. That's fair.
4-2 and 5-2 are the that's when you're in the shit. I'll just say is 4-2 and 5-2. To this day, the only parts of Demon Souls I struggle with are 4-2 and 5-2.
Really?
Yes.
Not even 1-3?
Not 1-3, not 1-4. Flame Lurker, I just don't die to anymore. If you play all the Souls games, you'll get to the point where no boss in this game will ever kill you ever again.
That's
Because Flame Lurker is
incredible.
about as difficult as, like, I don't know, Capra Demon from Dark Souls 1. The super boss in the one of the super bosses in Dark Souls 1, if you count all the DLC bosses as super boss, is about as difficult as a standard Dark Souls 3 boss fight. Probably easier.
Huh.
The power escalation in these games is crazy, and if you play them, you start to get as good. You get as good as the game makes you get. And when you start getting like Dark Souls 3, and you go back to Dark Souls 1, it's ridiculous. To reinforce some guy, no Demon Souls boss will ever kill you. Ever again. By the way, the cheese on Leechmonger is to get a sticky compound longbow
Uh-huh.
and stand at the top of the boss arena before he ever aggroes to you and just shoot him to death with arrows.
Nice. Wow, I feel like I've made some real progress. Like, I feel like I've gotten far in this game, even though I know that there's still just a ton to go.
You were not 3-shotting these guys last time you were here.
I wasn't?
You were not even close. You were like 7-shotting them.
Oh, yeah. That is a good point. I am... I am kind of cutting through these. I got the bow because I'm like tried to develop a robust strategy on like, you know, how to bait them out and all of that stuff. And I'm now realizing that like, I think I'm just tough, you know?
Yeah.
I think I officially am built different now.
I love being built different.
Also, my health bar is insane.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
It kind of does. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at this health bar. I'm like, this is rookie shit. Let me see if I can go find my health bar.
I mean, if this was
Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, if this was Dark Souls, then this health bar would be nothing. But I'm assuming that this is like scaled back for like UI purposes or whatever.
No, you're. I want to emphasize that, like, when I talk about how I love to put points into HP, I'm toxic
Oh no.
about it.
Are you sending me a picture? Is that what I'm about to get?
I'm gonna send a picture.
Oh god. I just two-shot that guy. Is this why archers are bad? Wait a second. Do FromSoft games make you more toxic at Fire Emblem? Is this what's happening to me?
Yes. Um. Okay, this is how toxic I am with Dark Souls from Gilliam Souls, what I just sent to you.
Alright, one sec. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm safe. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's so much! Wait, should I try to bring that up on? Uh, how did how the fuck does like Speedy and the others like just pull things up this easily?
Are you on Streamlabs?
I am on. No, I'm on OBS.
So I just whenever I do it, I just like I'll save a photo to my uh desktop and then just drag it over to it. I think Speedy has a method that goes a lot quicker. But...
Yeah, because like he can just like make this thing fucking work immediately.
Yeah.
No, I just because like now I have to like if I try to download it as a it saves as a WebP file, and then I have to like go and do the thing where I can save it as a PNG, and now I can put it in here and fucking.
Gilliam Souls was legendary, says Anton. I'm like scrolling through the uh video, like the stream, and like none of the people in the stream chat are people I recognize. So that's not true. Some I recognize, but my audience is completely recycled. Yeah, there we go.
There it
Look
is.
at it. It's so beautiful.
That's a fucking health bar and a half.
Also, shout out to the fact that the Estus flask defaults to 5 uses and I have 20 right there because I know the sauce.
Healing is everything.
Yes.
All right.
My Embered health bar in my completed Dark Souls 3 file goes just about to the soul counter on the right side of the screen.
Jesus.
Elden Ring was the same. Elden Ring though is like weird because Elden Ring forces the issue. You have to pump HP in Elden Ring. You have to get a big, thick, bitch figure HP bar like I have to survive like 3 hits in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Elden Ring's toxic. I don't like it.
I mean that's gonna be on this journey, right? You're gonna help me through Elden Ring, right?
Yes.
Okay. I already did this
cool.
one.
Yeah, you did this one.
So which is your least favorite from Soft Game? Or is that going to be toxic for you to disclose?
Every answer is like a bad answer.
Right?
Because there's no good answer.
Yeah, like, what is the best case scenario here? You say Dark Souls 2, and, like, the best case scenario is that people think that you're one of those people, you know?
A Dark Souls 2... My least favorite's probably Dark Souls 3.
Huh.
Anyways, I can't wait to beat it for, like, the 6th time.
Alright. So these are elevators, right?
Ooh.
This one's gonna send me to hell. Let's go.
Yes. Hooray.
Could you imagine if this one just, like, literally killed me?
Wedge. My ranking would be something along the lines of Demon Souls at number 1. Dark Souls 1 at number 2. And then...
Really? Dark Souls 1?
Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is my favorite of the Dark Souls trilogy.
That's
I think
incredible.
they get worse as they go on. And then probably Bloodborne at 3.
Hey, Bopper,
then...
is this a poison swamp?
No.
It's just a swamp.
Yeah, with just pulsating tubes and pustules.
Ooh, a fragrant ring. I
Ooh,
like that.
Smells good.
Did they say that in a place like this? That's good.
Elden Ring is weird because I don't know if I'll ever beat Elden Ring again. Because I just it's so long,
Hmm.
but not really. But kinda.
Well, it
I don't know.
feels
It's
massive.
really good. It's really good. It's a great game. Um, I can never see myself wanting to beat it ever again without just using Mimic Tier to get through all the parts I don't like. I know they nerfed Mimic Tier, but I'm gonna unupdate my copy on PS5
Right.
and have infinite Mimic Tier. Um, during Gilliam Souls, didn't you say DS1 was your least favorite? Um, I might have, but
Yeah, it's,
that's been over 3 years, and I've
yeah, like,
beaten
aren't you
all of
allowed to
Dark Souls
change your
3
mind?
since then. And also, I mean, I just it it depends on the day. If I'm actively playing Dark Souls 3 right now, I'm gonna tell you it's the best game ever made.
Yeah.
That's the way it's
Recency
gonna be. There's
bias really does factor in here.
recency bias absolutely factors in for Dark Souls because I think it's so highly contested.
Yeah.
Um, and on principle, Sekiro is also really good, but I physically cannot beat it, so I cannot help you through that.
Damn.
Um,
I will you hang out for when I stream it eventually?
you're not beating it.
I appreciate your confidence.
I'm just gonna say, right, that one's not happening. I'll hang out for Sekiro.
Yeah,
Um,
for the 2 streams that I do until I go, this game is hard. Sorry, everyone.
yeah, maybe you weren't referring to personal enjoyment. I mean, the thing is that again, these games to me are so uh, closely lumped. I do get the vibe playing 2 and 3 that there was never supposed to be sequels. Dark Souls 3, I've grown to appreciate Dark Souls 3's like more. More. I was very much like a wow, I'm a hater because they're just referencing all of Dark Souls 1. But how we considering both the behind the scenes stuff that we know about how Miyazaki and the FromSoft team in general felt about Dark Souls 3 as just the thing they had to do,
Hmm.
and then looking at the way that they kind of wrap those references back around onto the game and sort of close everything out knowing that they have to do the sequel, I really appreciate what they did with it. I think Dark Souls 3 ends up being pretty cool, especially with the DLC.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jacob Geller's video on Dark Souls 3 a million years ago.
Hmm.
Retained very little of it, but it did like impart the impression that Dark Souls 3 is at least like hyper conscious of the fact that it is a game that is in like complete tension with its existence as a sequel to a game that has tried to end.
Yeah. A second sequel to a game that should have never had one
Yeah.
to begin with. Um, Philip says Sekiro is a 10 out of 10. Sadly, does not have built-in slowdown mod to let people enjoy it. Well, and this is where I got saucy with some people
Hmm.
once over the easy mode, hard mode, Elden Ring, Dark Souls
Oh god, yeah.
uh, debate. People that I respect and like, I got saucy with, and Sekiro is what I always go back to in my head because the one thing that was brought up was like the only reason that you like it's like you want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to be able to beat the game, and then you feel the game is better because you beat it on the way that it is,
Yeah.
without an easy mode. So it's this weird like have your cake and eat it too. Like it doesn't need it because I can do it. And then with Sekiro, I'm like I physically cannot do it. There's no way. I just am not good enough at
Yeah.
these types of games to do it. I don't want there to be an easy mode in Sekiro because I'm fascinated and enjoy and love Sekiro for what it is, even though I physically am unable to actually do it.
Yeah.
Which maybe makes me different from some people because there are definitely going to be some people on the from soft difficulty debate that are all just like get good.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
know. I have some conflicting ideas with that. I honestly like I think that I think that at the heart of my attention with these kinds of conversations about accessibility and difficulty, et cetera, is that like, um, I don't know. Do you know that like Yu Yu Hakusho meme where it's like one of the early episodes and Yusuke is looking at a guy and the guy has like horns growing out of his head and he's like, "Whoa, that guy has horns growing out of his head. That's
Yeah,
freaky." And then he kind of goes, "Not gonna let it ruin my day." Like
yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of my perception of like the
yeah.
debate about accessibility is like, the guy who famously said like I cheated at Sekiro and I don't regret it. Uh,
Mhm.
like, oh Jesus, that is a thick amount of damage that you've given to me.
Yeah, this is a thick lad.
Okay.
You know, that's a good point, Anton. If Noah Caldwell Gervais could beat Sekiro, I can beat it. I take back everything I said.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It's like so the guy, right? The guy who cheated it and got the most famous comment ever. The you not only
Mhm.
cheated yourself, like the game, but you cheated yourself thing.
Hmm.
Like I don't really care. Like if you wanna cheat at this game, if you wanna like import like a difficulty setting, if you wanna uh, if you wanna try to like make this game easier on yourself or whatever, fucking go for it. Like fuck if I care.
Mhm.
You know, I am interested in thinking about this as like a personal thing. Like,
Yeah.
would
Hold on. I'm
I
gonna be
feel
right back.
comfortable? Oh yeah.
I gotta let get in on his food.
Oh yeah yeah yeah. Hadoken. Um. Honestly, so far, uh,
Okay, okay. I'm
yeah.
back. You said personal. You have a personal
Yeah, like I don't know.
perspective on it.
I'm always sitting here like asking myself, how comfortable would I be uh in like changing or modifying this game? Like how much would I value that experience? Uh, I think is kind of the deeper question that I want to ask myself. When it comes to these sorts of
I think you
things.
can run under that thing on the right if you go to the right.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah. Um, it's the reason why like I don't know I could. It's why I get so weirdly like fascinated with like Fire Emblem like ROM hacks, right? Like I don't know, a
Hmm.
lot of people. There's a lot of people who are trying to crack the code of like, for example, I'm sorry, I'm like launching Fire Emblem discourse on you out of nowhere. Um,
I didn't deserve it.
but I don't know. It feels like a lot of people have been trying to crack the code of like, how do you make, you know, the FE6 rebalancing patch, right?
Hmm.
And like how do you make Final Fantasy VI balanced and good? And my ultimate conclusion is like one maybe the most purest shit that I've ever like conceived. So feel free to feel free to call me an asshole for that or whatever. Um, but I kind of just don't think you can. Like, at least for me, what makes me interested in playing Fire Emblem Six again is that I don't have like a lot of self confidence in myself, and sometimes it is good to just do things that I hate. Um, but also like I don't know, that is the experience for better or for worse, right?
Hmm.
Like that is what you have signed up for on some level. Like if you wanted to play a hypothetically different, mechanically cleaner, better version of Fire Emblem 6, you're going to have to play Fire Emblem 7, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just sort
Take
of
it or leave it, kinda,
yeah.
with six.
I fucking hate this guy.
This guy's an asshole.
I'm just going to fucking shoot you with fire, man.
I think the other magic is more effective.
Then I'm going to shoot you with the other
Solar.
other magic man. Oh yeah,
Oh
no, it's
yeah.
much more effective. There we go.
Um.
Huh. That was a fun little glitch.
Yeah.
But like,
Thanks. That soul did not wedge itself.
yeah, but like, I don't know. That's kind of what I mean. Is like, I don't really care if somebody else does or doesn't want to have this particular experience, but I think that the question has to like come from within. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Should games be more or less accessible? I think should be left ultimately to the discretion of the artist.
Hmm.
Um, but like, if you want to take matters into your own hands, I don't think that like you should be like crucified for it. Is that
No, I it,
is that a centrist enough take yet?
well, I believe in all sorts of cheating. There's a reason why I am obsessed with playing Demon Souls with magic.
But so why is that cheating?
Um, okay, that's not cheating, but like my philosophy of this is similar, right? Which is like,
Right.
okay, now this is purely diegetic, but I'm taking the game and I'm taking the tools within the game and then I'm kind of breaking it. Everyone says this game's hard. Look, it's not hard. You do this. And with cheating, I think there's also like there's something deeply nostalgic for me about like going to like cheatplanet.com or something, or like when old games used to have like cheats in them
Oh
that you
yeah.
could that you could use.
Who didn't play Rogue Squadron and unlock the Naboo starfighter?
Or trying to think of some good one like some classic N64 ones, like Perfect Dark, or you get like invincibility in some games and it was tough.
Unlocking
Um,
Luigi in Mario 64. Yeah.
um, the amount of hours wasted on trying to unlock Luigi. um,
Sorry.
uh, that activated a response, but um, there's something
Hey
fun
Bopper, I
about
don't like
taking.
this.
No, that's not good. There's something very fun though about taking matters into your own hands, um, and I think that I agree completely with like it should be left for the artist. I think what fascinates me a lot about Sekiro is that because I cannot beat it, I still see like what they did, and I think if I put it on easy mode
Mhm.
and worked my way through it, I might not I wouldn't see the vision in the same way because their vision for that game has to do very much with the way that you actually have to experience it. Whereas like a game like Yakuza, I had no problem throwing Yakuza on easy mode. This isn't like I'm anti easy mode. I'll play some shit on easy mode.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I fucking play Fire Emblem in normal mode. I don't care.
I'm in my like late 20s at this point. I have
I
a job.
I went
Fuck.
I went through. I did finally beat one hard mode run of Fire Emblem, and it was Shadows of Valentia. And I have no idea if that is like a legitimate hard mode, or if people are gonna gatekeep me for that one for some reason.
There's no legitimate difficulty of Shadows of Valentia because
Um,
that game sucks no matter what you do. But
uh,
um,
but like the only notable difference that I had from my normal mode experience and my hard mode experience of Shadows of Valentia was just that I was wasting way more time on hard mode because all of the accuracy rates were lower and all the enemy like durability was higher, and then other
yeah,
than that it was basically the same game. And I just found that, like, I don't know if that's just what the experience is, just like you have a significantly harder wall to bash your head into. I don't really see the point. Like, I'm just here to have
yeah.
fun, man.
Well, and especially when it comes down to numbers like that, because Sekiro is never like the RNG killed me.
Yeah. Also, I'm
How
assuming I
far
have
did
to
I
go
get?
back down, right?
Yeah. Anton asked how far I got. I don't want to spoil this for Vivian,
Oh
Anton,
yeah,
so I'll
sorry.
say I turned the game off and never went back to it when I got a kill boss screen, tried to walk out of the arena. Foggate came back. The boss picked up its decapitated head and started
Jesus.
attacking me again more aggressively. And I was like, that is fucking hilarious. I'm never playing the game again.
That's incredible.
I stand FromSoft. Um, See, but I love that. And you look at I love Fear and Hunger's uh, solution to this. Well, because Darkest Dungeon's also an interesting case. Because Darkest Dungeon has at least two difficulties. Maybe it has three. It has two, which one of them's normal, and then the other one is what if you played the game, but like there's just like kind of less grinding. Like you level up a little quicker and you do all that. It isn't really like easier, but it's less time consuming. And I was like, I'll play that. But
I didn't
also,
know
if they
that
didn't ship
Darkest
it,
Dungeon had that.
Do I? Yeah, it does. Maybe it didn't always. It did when I played it,
Oh,
at
I mean, I
least when it
might have
came to
just
Switch.
I might have just not noticed because I got it on the
Yeah,
Switch and I started playing it, and then I put it down for like years, and I just haven't gotten back to it.
it's
I don't
good.
know. It's one of those games. Darkest Dungeon is one of those games for me where it's like you can play it, you can look at it, and you can go, yeah, that's a pretty good game, right?
Mhm.
And then I guess it just doesn't really like click to keep going with it. I guess like I literally
Yeah.
have nothing against Darkest Dungeon. I just have not considered playing it again.
Yeah. Well, Fear and Hunger, which was what made me think of this. Fear and Hunger is interesting because there are three difficulty selections in Fear and Hunger. There's normal,
Hmm.
um, which is the intended difficulty, and Fear and Hunger is an incredibly difficult, incredibly time-consuming, incredibly trial and
It's
error,
this fucker again.
monstrous game. Uh, there is.
I beg your
Ooh,
pardon.
this is honestly probably just made your life actually go a little quicker now because now
Oh
you're
yeah, because now I can just.
back up to the top of the level. Um, you didn't even have a
Oof.
single leveler worth of souls. Um,
Just give me 1 second. There we go. You were saying Fear
yeah,
and
and then
Hunger.
there's hard mode, which is even harder. And because Fear and Hunger is a good game,
Hmm.
if you beat it on hard mode, you unlock an even a difficulty above that,
Ooh.
which is the dating sim difficulty, where you date the monsters.
That's funny.
um, I feel like there's more gatekeeping about difficulty in Fire Emblem. There is. Going through Gilliam Souls was really weird, Anton, because I was seeing the old like chat stream, and I'm genuinely, this is no disrespect towards the majority because my audience is completely recycled at this point. Looking at it, no disrespect to the people that used to watch my Fire Emblem streams and various streams back in 2020. I'm sure they're all wonderful, but man, are they gatekeepers.
Oh yeah. I kind of feel like,
Um,
and I don't quite know the FromSoft fandom well enough to like safely say this, but I feel like the FromSoft fans are kind of neatly split into two camps. And one camp is the people who
mhm,
are like, you have to solo every boss by yourself, like naked, with
mhm,
just a single weapon. This is how the games were intended to be made, etc., etc., right?
mhm.
And then the other side is like, literally whatever you need to do to get through this game so we can talk to you about these games, like, do it. I don't really care.
And I feel like that's the overwhelming majority. Um, with it, every single anything that's gonna have a fan base is gonna have gatekeepers that are annoying. I'm sure there are trails and Falcom gatekeepers that insist on you always playing those games on the hardest
Well,
difficulties.
you
But
see, Bopper, actually, it's really important for Ease 8 that misogyny exists. It's to help improve difficulty. Real
the real
fans.
gatekeepers for the real gatekeepers for Falcom games is the FBI.
Yeah.
Um, I think, can you go all the way up to the top now?
Can I?
Maybe. I'm trying to remember when the how the sequence of all of this happens. I think you can keep spiraling up now. Play order is the bigger gatekeep issue with trails. This is what we were talking about earlier. How is there ever an issue with this?
Yeah, can't you just fucking, like, what do you mean play, like, just, I don't,
If you want to play the whole series, play them in order. If you have one of the games, play one of the games. I guarantee you that the people that made these games, just by the impulses of capital, are like, yeah, people should just be able to like pick this game up and like kind of go with it.
I mean, to be
Only
fair,
Kojima can get away with the other way.
like, to be fair, some of these series I know, oh, holy mother of God.
This is my least favorite enemy in the whole game, by the way. Specifically, this guy.
Okay, I don't really know what he was doing there in the second half, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you're cursed, Bopper. I feel like every single time you tell me this is my least favorite with something, like for some reason their AI just bugs on the spot and
I
then they
just wish I
just
had that
stand
kind of god
still.
tier. I wish I had that kind of god tier RNG for that enemy. Um,
Yeah,
I just like.
sorry.
I'll say this, Anton. Picking up trails in the middle of it is like picking up a movie on the middle when it's on cable. Is it optimal? No, but there's something awesome about that. I've never picked up this item before. I did not know this item was here.
Well, you missed out on a
There's something
storied warrior soul.
awesome about that like kind of adds to a mystique to it. I think.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
playing Trails 1, so I don't.
yeah,
You know,
I have the.
you
I'm
know.
assuming I have the first Trails game, so
I'm assuming they're all huge piles of crap, but that's
I'm assuming they're probably
beside
gonna
the
be
point.
good. It's just
They're
I
unless
don't
it's
know what to
Trails
see.
of Cold Steel 4, they're probably good. I'm just going what people tell me, what the haters tell me.
Yeah, it's the only way to go, really. That's why I really love Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know, the first
Um,
video game.
I played Crisis Core first, but um, I played before Crisis first. Um,
God.
I don't know, something about
All
Fire
right.
Emblem. I'm just like looking back and I'm like, I don't know how I streamed with this type of audience. Have fun.
I don't like. I don't like this because he's giving me uh, Flame Lurker energy,
Yeah.
but it's Flame Lurker, but we're on a bridge now.
It's Flame Lurker, but well, I'll save what I want to say because you'll see.
Jesus. Fuck.
But he flies now.
Flies now. I don't like that.
Flame Lurker flies now.
Hmm.
Oh, but here he comes. I love goading him here at the middle of this around this
I wish I didn't like have a.
cistern or whatever.
I wish I didn't have a kick mechanic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know what it does. What the fuck is he doing?
It seemed like he got green and sick for a little while, so. An interesting mechanic, an interesting maneuver.
I wish bosses just farted and shit their pants more often, and like you got to take advantage of that opportunity, sort of like Sif. Oh, and also, by the way,
Yeah.
I don't know if you
Oh.
noticed.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little. Hmm.
Okay, so this is the hardest boss in the game.
Sure. Okay.
Um, I
Didn't you
think.
say that about our armored spider?
Okay, yeah, but like in a way that's like, okay,
It's more legitimate.
I don't want to say that because that makes me sound like an asshole. Um,
Really feeling.
Armored Spider.
Really feeling they're
Armored
not
Spider
being as.
is like the hardest fight in the game, from the perspective of you just don't feel like anything actually works,
Mhm.
and then from like just the legitimate test that the game puts you through, Maneater is the hardest. I think. Some people will say Flame Lurker. It's really 1A and 1B. I think man-eaters are easy-ish.
Okay.
But
Is there a methodology to this that I'm not getting?
Play the 2009 version, get a bow and arrow, and shoot the first man-eater through the front door.
Okay.
You can also do that to the final boss, but
Is there a different method that doesn't require me tracking down a PS3 and a 2009 copy of Demon Souls?
and then beating it all the way back up to this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to kind of bait him around the kind of middle urn.
Okay.
Shields are pretty good here, though not the Adjudicator shield because it's not a very good blocking shield.
That's the only shield that I have
But
with me.
yeah, that's the problem is that you just don't have a good shield build. You know, Dex. I think Maneater is probably, it was all the way, it was up the stairs, not here. It was up the spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Maneater's is probably going to be rough on a Dex build. Strength build, you can really like, because you get the big shield, you get the big, you know, damage from an individual hit. I don't know what. I've never done a Dex build. I've done a only HP build. To the point where it didn't matter. What if I only play FF4 the after years without having played FF4 to own the gatekeepers? Oh, he's the worst enemy in the game.
Yeah, you missed your chance. You're supposed to say that earlier.
Yeah.
What if you played only FF4 the after years? Honestly, the worst part about playing the after years before you play FF4 is that it, like, if that's the first way that you play it, and I try not to say this about video games generally because I radically don't believe that a game can like ruin another game. But it would ruin Final Fantasy IV. Because like 80% of the runtime of Final Fantasy IV the after years is just like characters who are very diegetically going, wow, we kind of did this all before, and you just do the same dungeons and same sequences that you did in Final Fantasy IV.
Look, destroying the world's middest game is crazy. I don't know how they pulled it off.
I'm just gonna let
Well,
that
he
hang
doesn't
there.
want these hands.
Well, he saw what I just did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let what you
He's
said
like, "Nope,
hang
I'm
there.
done.
Don't worry
Goodbye."
about it.
Well, sadly, this will probably be my last attempt.
Yeah, this is gonna be my last attempt too.
So what you're saying is that this is going to be the last attempt in general for Maneaters ever, because they're
yeah,
dying.
I think once I die to them again here, we're gonna reassess where to go next.
Oh, I was gonna say because they're gonna die here.
Oh yeah, then yes, absolutely.
Oh, like my recommendation for where to go after this is just nowhere.
Okay.
It's my recommendation is literally beat Maneaters.
Really?
Yes.
It is just put up or shut up time, huh?
Yeah. Put up or shut up against this asshole. This is this game's Anorlando Archers.
I'm surprised that like he doesn't despawn because he's like red and phantom like, but
Yeah, for some reason he does not. It's unfortunate because he's.
I would love to just
I would
kind of
love
get that
if
as
he
free.
despawned. I don't know why he's here. Maybe he goes away. He's Black Phantom. Maybe he goes away at pure White World Tendency. But the only way to get pure White World Tendency would involve beating the Maneaters.
Yeah.
I guess you could beat a bunch of invaders, but you know, fuck that.
Okay, fucking here we go.
Well, we're off to a good start because he's taken damage and you have not.
Yeah. Oof.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. I don't know.
That's just like your
That
opinion,
might be the time
man.
to like just try to whip out magic or something and like. uh, snipe on him.
Fuck.
What a bitch. Get over here.
Ow. Ow.
It's weird because it's clear that like the running away shit is like designed to keep everything from being too hectic during phase 2,
Yeah.
but during phase 1 it sucks.
Ugh. Okay.
I
Sorry,
wish they could just walk off the edge and wedge.
that would be insane. No! Oh,
No!
fuck me, man.
Okay, well,
Ugh.
the good news is that I think the actual act of beating the man-eaters is now very clearly doable.
Yeah.
Like this is 100% within, and you only used, by the way, I was counting, you only used 4 healing the whole time.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Okay. All right.
So even though it'll be a wait till next week type of thing.
Yeah, I can't focus on it right now.
No, but I think at least we're leaving. Even if it was on a death that sucked, it was on at least the yeah, no, man-eater can be beaten.
Yeah, definitely.
I was a little worried about it. I was even silent too because I was like locked in. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah, but yeah, I'm
as aggro as I remember.
I'm done.
Yeah, but 4 bosses killed.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
I wonder what the percentage through the game is now.
Well,
On
I
the
mean,
PlayStation
there's a way
Let's
for me to
see.
there's a way for me to find out.
Let's see.
Isn't
We
there?
were 16% last week. Yeah, you just have to go to like the PlayStation home screen.
The original
it's
brutal
44.
challenge entirely rebuilt. 44%.
Entirely rebirthed.
Entirely rebirthed. How much percentage did I get through Final Fantasy? 100%. Boom. Look at that. I'm only 29% of the way through.
No.
I've been enjoying it, but again, I had to stop playing it. I had to stop playing it because I felt like I was getting an unfair impression of it. Because I was still just kind of like stuck being like...
Mad.
Well, just... Yeah, I was just marveling at the game being competent in the way that it's telling its story in a way that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth inexplicably just couldn't grasp. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting harder and harder on it the longer that I get away from it. But God, that's good. That's a lot of progress that I made.
Yeah.
That's what, 4 bosses?
4 bosses, yeah.
Jesus.
Three bosses and adjudicator. So
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up here
yeah,
because
'cause
you
I
all
gotta.
have been great. This all has been great.
This
I
has
am
been
quite
fun.
tired.
Yeah. Thank you, Torch Buddy, as Lord Pent
Thank you,
said in the
Torch
Maneater
Buddy.
fight.
Yeah,
Man,
for
it's a
sure.
2v2.
Uh, current activity, Maneater. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, Cobb. Goodbye, Lord
All
Pent
right.
and Sub Guy and Anton and Blueberries and Clint and everybody that I just didn't talk to at all while
Mhm.
I was busy trying to be good at video games. I'm sorry.
No, it was so fun though to watch.
Honestly, this is a blast. This is a really good one. All right. You all have a good night.
Yeah. See ya.